Yo, tell the people what you was saying right before we started.
Okay, so if you mix hydrogen peroxide and
This nigga was about to make fucking.
he was about to make a chemical.
I don't.
Ooh, he mixing chemicals.
I don't trust like that.
You gonna have to, especially when it gets smoky in the crib.
We not in the same crib, so.
Not yet.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get off your mama YouTube account. First off, if you under 18, yo, get up out of here.
Yeah,
right?
Get him out of here, yo.
We're letting you know. We gotta have a disclaimer in the beginning. Like, yo, if you under 18, you gotta dip.
Not even under 18, under 21, because we be talking about real adult shit.
Under 21, that's so fun.
You need to be able to have a drink while you're watching.
Maybe that'd make it worse, especially with today's topics. But maybe that'd make it worse. Like, actually, you know what? And this is a great segue. It really is, because had some niggas put some drinks down, I think there's an interview that happened last week that could have went totally differently.
We didn't even get to like fool around a little bit with some chicanery and tomfoolery.
Oh, baby, we got 2 hours to fool around. We gonna have a great time. So, for those of you who don't know, there is a show centered around getting artists drunk, and then while you stay sober, called Sober Champs. No, but there's a show called Drink Champs.
That's pretty much this podcast.
It's
not sitting around getting niggas drunk, but we be getting fucked up.
On occasion. Okay, I mean, I've really toned it down.
On occasion for you, I drink every time we do.
Oh, okay. Nah, there's some nights I can tell.
Occasion.
I remember some of the nights where we did like the late pods, like, you know, like the ones that was done at like 8 something. That's
because we usually have a set time, and so like I'll start drinking at some time, and they be like pushing it back, and then by 6 o'clock I'm fucking. I'm cooked, and then we go till 8 p.m. and I'm just like
30 minutes into the pod baked, and I'm like, yeah, my fault.
Yeah, no, it's all your fault. That's why we just started canceling it if it goes too far back, because it's like if it's gonna keep getting pushed back, man, I'm gonna be tired by this.
Yeah, we're by the time niggas pod, because that's times when we be talking and you just like
like it's just like just too fucked up to even have thoughts. Like I start talking, it's just like
like
I got nothing. The brain just fizzling out, man. It's just
shit. Come on, yo, come on. Nah, not like that. I'm cooked. I'm washed. Damn, I'm washed.
That's the shit where you work all day and you haven't had nothing to eat since 1 p.m. and then you start drinking and then you start talking for 2 hours. You're like, it's just I got nothing left. Let's bring it home.
I feel like the only thing worse than that I had this weekend was the
only thing worse than Drink Champs?
No, only thing worse than Drink Champs is this show, baby. But
hey, we haven't had to take an episode down yet, so
that's true. That's true. We also haven't, sent some rather
fucking bullshit
things that salacious. No, I wouldn't even say salacious, because that's my problem, right? That's my problem. Niggas pretend like shit like this is racy. Like you're like racist,
not racist.
Salacious.
This is straight up just fucking malicious behavior.
This is diabolical, nigga. Like it's just.
But say what you was about to say, and then we could get into the Drink Champs, or we could talk about our weeks, because we both have busy weeks.
Yeah, we could. Actually, I don't know. I brought up Drink Champs, but I can't segue that quick into. We'll get to that. I don't remember what I was going to say, like the opposing other thing. But yeah, I mean, we can talk about our weeks. I don't. You want to go first? You want me to go first? How you want to do that?
Nothing to say about my week. This is all you. No, I'm just kidding. Nah.
I was gonna say, we had weeks. They gonna say, no, just you.
I had a week. It's first off, we're in the midst of an office move. Not in the midst, we're at the end of an office move. So
we've been mixing for a while.
Yeah, we've been mixing.
That's Joe Mitson.
Joe Mitson. Yeah. So this week, we actually started to move into the new office. Like for the last month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, however long, we just been preparing for the move, and we basically just been getting all the trash and all the shit from out of the office and putting them in bins so the movers can come and pick them up and then take them to their facility to get rid of. So that's what we've been
Mhm.
doing for most of the time. But this week, they actually came in to start cleaning out the office and start moving stuff over to the new office. And so that's what I've been doing for this entire week. Um, Decommissioning the old office and then setting everything up in the new office. So we
How far is your old office from the new one?
oh, it's not far. It's like uh I don't know how you take Uber, but it's like a $9 Uber ride. So it's not far.
Okay, so it's probably what, like half a mile, maybe.
Not that short.
Or
Uber
probably like a mile.
more than that. Probably Uber's not that expensive actually. It's probably like
Shit, maybe you're not in DC.
well, I mean, cause think about it. It's an inner city. Niggas need to get around. You're not gonna charge niggas an arm and a well, you will
Yeah,
some
well,
places. New York, you'll charge niggas that much, but in DC, it's usually like a 20 to 25 minute ride is like $15,
okay.
unless it's during like prime time, like when niggas are going to work or getting off work, or it's raining. If it's raining during prime time when niggas are commuting,
Oh yeah,
it's like $50, $60. Obviously, it's like that everywhere. But
that's
i-
despicable.
if
But yeah,
I'm driving in the middle of the day, it's like fucking $9 from point A to point B. Because I live in the city. It's not like I'm coming from Maryland into DC or
mhm.
Virginia into DC. But
So okay, so yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, it's been a lot of work because I'm the only person in my office that is facilitating this move. That's not to say I'm doing everything by myself because we hired movers, but I've never been the type of person to just sit around and do nothing and while other people do work
Mhm.
on my behalf or
That's
on
that's insane. Cause boy, do I love being that guy.
I just
Not, I say it like I like to, but I never get a chance to. Go ahead.
yeah, it's just like it's just if I'm so like if we're in the middle of an office move and y'all are like putting shit into carts and moving shit out the door and putting shit on trucks, it just feels weird to just sit down and kick my feet up while y'all are
Yeah,
doing all this physical labor. Like
yeah.
that's just never been me. So I'm
Shit,
helping these niggas. I'm
shit. You
doing
must be a decent guy, cause
trust me, I don't want to be, but my conscience just won't stop.
he just like,
So
whew,
like
ah.
I've been helping niggas move all week. And then the last 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, they spent the first 2 days breaking everything down and taking everything to trash. The last 2 days is where we started setting up the new office because the furniture got delivered. So they set up all these workspaces and they all have monitor arms to set everything up. So every workstation we had to set up dual monitors with keyboards, mice,
Mhm,
docking stations, and all types of equipment. And so it's like 50 or so stations that we had to set up,
mhm.
and that's pretty much been my week. And when I tell you, it just when I got done today, I just felt like my body was in pieces. I was just in crumples. I was crumpled up. It was like when you get killed in Fallout, and then you just like crumple over, and then your body just like falls into a heap.
Nigga
And
body just implode.
yeah, it's crazy because this is old age. Well, it's not. I can't say it's old age because uh there's professional athletes that are older than me that be fine doing this.
I mean, but
But
yeah, you did have
it's
that.
old age mixed with not being as athletic as these niggas. Because when I was younger, I used to do this shit like it was nothing.
Mhm,
Nigga, when I was younger, I used to be on my feet like fucking 10 hours a day walking around talking
mhm,
to people. I used to walk like 7 miles a day, 6
bro.
days a week. But now I fucking spend a week and walking like what 3 to 5 miles a day. The highest day was on I think Tuesday, and it was 6 miles.
Sheesh.
I spent a week doing that, and I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and you even said it on Twitter, like it amazes me that niggas do this shit professionally into like their 50s and 60s. Like,
Yeah, and
like
that's what really made me think about it because some of the movers, most of the movers that were like boxing all this shit up and they were doing all this, they were like late 30s, early 40s, and they do this every day.
yeah, every single day, like 7 days a week, nigga.
Yeah, they don't even get a day off.
It's nasty work. Okay, slamming the keyboard, reefing the chat. What's up?
Ooh, ooh.
But yeah, nah, it's like, bro, cause I remember, and it's funny because I think ours was something similar. Like we was setting stuff up, and like I remember walking into it thinking like, oh, okay, we just setting up for like a little gala, like or gala. I don't know how you pronounce that word, but we
There
setting
you
up
go,
for that.
Dallas.
So I'm thinking like, oh, all right, hey, that's light, ain't not. Like they really meant like setting up for real, like bringing the tables in, like setting everything up for real.
Oh,
So
y'all ain't have a crew. Y'all did everything.
yeah, I mean, it was like 8 of us, but it still was like, like we was. I thought like set up meant like everything gonna be set up, and we just placing things out there. Like they
Nah.
been set up for real, and they even told us they was like, yeah, just come like casually, because like
Cause you're gonna be working.
yeah, they're like you gonna be working, bro. Don't come here in no heels or some shit. Like, and then so we did that. We did that for like an hour and a half, and I remember I got it the next day, and I was like, bro, I don't even want to go to the event, bro. My body still hurt. And it was just like, bro, it just be shit like that where I'm just like, son, I used to go to school, like high school, from what you figure 7, wake up at 7, you be there, it's like 2:33 or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I'll have football practice after or track practice after to like 4:30, maybe 5. Go home, walk home, by the way, walk home.
Yeah, I didn't get a car
Uh,
till junior year.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't walk home because I was too far, but I would walk to the bus stop, catch a bus for like 20 minutes, and then walk a mile to my house because there was
Yeah.
no bus by my house.
Like, yeah, son. Like, so I will walk home, get home, shower, change, and then get a ride up the street to McDonald's, and then stand at McDonald's for 4 hours to end the day. And then I do this 3, 4 times. I'm like, yo, I'm a sick nigga, yo. This is a sick Negro. Them young nigga bones is insane, yo. I swear. I swear.
Them young nigga bones and them in shape old nigga bones.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, don't get me wrong, my body just like, bro, you ain't
I'm not built for
utilized
that
some of
no
them.
more.
Yeah, you ain't utilized this muscle in about 13 years, big fella. You better cut it out.
It's crazy how you could do shit for years, but you take years off not doing
Mm-hmm.
it, and it's gone. You just don't got it no more.
Yeah. Nigga, I felt like, and again, it's just like me in terms of, it's not physical, but I guess it is a little physical, but nigga, like my weekend, I felt sort of the same shit. Like I had 14-hour days. Like I was up at
Mm-hmm.
7 and I wasn't getting back to bed, or I wouldn't even get back to the hotel until 10. Some nights,
That's
like
crazy.
I got back like 9:45. The bar closed at 10, so I just slide in there, get a drink, and then go to my room. And I still didn't go straight to sleep. Like, but it was one of them shits where like even that was just like, oh man. And I've heard people do like, oh, nigga, I work 12-hour shifts, and I'm like, bro, I don't care. You're a victim, so don't brag about that shit to me, nigga. You never gonna win that argument against me. Actually, you will win the argument, fool. Go ahead. Aww.
Winning the pity argument.
Yeah, he's being exploited by his employer. look at the dutiful employee.
They used to be me, but I wasn't being exploited by my employer. I was working sales, so it was either make that money or
Or don't.
not. So I was exploiting
Well, no,
myself.
you were still being exploited. That you had to do all that to make the money. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
I
It's
mean,
not
yeah,
like full
but I mean it's
exploitation.
sales. So if you
Well,
is
sales
it
in general
exploitation
is kind of yeah.
if you don't make the sale, you don't make no money. I guess. I mean, some
Yeah,
jobs pay a general wage on top of commission. So
I feel like any job that's like either primarily commission or only commission is like diet slavery. Like you playing with something. You playing with fire. What you like? I'm gonna pay you $3 plus commission. Yeah, get out my face. Probably not.
$3 plus, nah, ain't no way.
That's basically what being a server is. You get like a wage like $4,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
plus
and
tip.
then you
Yeah,
get quote unquote commission, which is just tip in this case. It ain't even a percentage.
yeah, that's no, it's disgusting behavior how they do servers here. It's absolutely
Yeah.
mad behavior.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was like 3 days, 7 o'clock in the morning, get back at 10. And it was like for me, it wasn't because we wasn't doing like huge moves and none of that type shit, but it was just I had to be social for all of it. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like we were interviewing like service providers and in a like we interviewed like 30, 40 different like service providers. So mind these are interviews. Each one's an hour and a half. And then there's of course the getting to know them beforehand. And then depending on how it went, you might stay a little longer on the back end because you fuck with them. Like it was that. And then we went to 2 correctional facilities. So there was that, right? We obviously had to get in there, come in early, da da da, all of that shit. We had 2 like big, huge like forum events with like 25, 30 plus people. So again, these are forum. It's like so it's nothing but talking and listening. Um,
Yeah.
and then it was just nigga, like just like we talking like literally just 50 hours maybe worth of talking crammed into 3 days. Like, so it was just, and mind you,
Nah.
to the point to where we had to split up. Like, it was 5 of us on the team, and like we was like, all right, it's 2 of y'all, y'all go here, 3 of y'all go there, and then on another day we gonna bring one person in. They gonna go by themselves somewhere, and like it was just, and by the end of like day 2, I was just like, yo, I
I think I would
pray
rather do physical labor than emotional and mental labor for
like
14
social
hours a
labor
day.
before, yeah.
I'm not trying to talk to niggas that I don't give a fuck about for 14 hours a day.
Well, and the thing was for us though, or at least for me, is like I found enough to find engagement in every conversation. Like even when I was dead tired, it was like 'cause these conversations were interesting as hell. Like because like
Yeah.
what we were doing was like a quote unquote landscape analysis, right?
Right.
So we was looking at a whole bunch of like so like when someone gets let out of incarceration, right?
Right.
There's people who provide services for them, housing, all that type of stuff. They're called re-entry providers. So we was
Is
basically
that is that different from what do they call them? Halfway houses?
halfway houses are tend to be reentry service providers. Like,
Okay.
so yeah, it's the same thing. That's just like one of the services. It's called transitional housing, and
Okay.
trust me, from what we've heard this weekend, it's very important.
I believe
Um,
it.
and so it's one of those things where you know you hear a lot of stories. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the people who work in these providers, like they went through it themselves. That's how they ended up here. Like we had one forum where it was like everyone there was like a service provider or worked for a service provider, but they all were also formerly incarcerated.
Mhm.
So it was like that one. I mean, that event was like that shit was super powerful for me because it was
I was
just
about
like
to say it's crazy how that usually goes. People in the community are usually the ones that help the
yeah,
community. It's not outside
yeah,
forces.
yeah. It's like you escape the burning building and then you realize there's still people in there. You
Yeah.
know, and it's so that and that's the and to me that was just like the part that was so wild about it to me, just just hearing niggas stories. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking some folks is locked up 20, 30 years. Niggas told them life without parole and they just saying, I'll get out eventually. I'm gonna prepare for it. Like, how do you convince yourself for 30 years to prepare for something when they told you no parole? Life
Nigga,
with
I'm
no
gonna
parole?
get parole, nigga. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be
Like,
a
how do you
model prisoner, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, and a lot of rehab centers, also is one of the reentry services, right? Like it's yeah, funny enough. but again, it's exactly like what you were saying. Like, yeah, those are the folks who would understand more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, again, you were in the burning building when the fire started, so you had to run through the hallways, you had to touch the hot doorknob, you was covering your lungs, coughing, thinking you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You did all of that, you got out, and then you realized, damn, it's still an endless amount of niggas in there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so,
So you just keep going back in.
yeah, and to me, it's also it was just wild. I mean, it was super inspiring to hear their stories, and to me, it's just always a testament to like the human spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and somebody made an
See
interesting
what you're
point.
going for, and it's beautiful, but you gotta admit,
No,
uh,
I mean, yeah,
the human spirit story is that's
well, nigga, again, I'm that's what I'm choosing to take from it because otherwise, I'm finna hate the fact that I'm working 14 hours and talking to niggas all day. Like, yeah, of course. Like, I get what you say because the other hand of that is nah, forget the testament to the human spirit. What's going on in them prisons, doggy? Like,
yeah, freedom, niggas.
yeah, nah, 100%, 100%. But yeah, so that was basically the weekend, and that was, it was a bunch. Like,
Wait, that was over the weekend. That wasn't
No,
this
not the
week.
weekend. That was this week. Yeah,
I was about to
Monday.
say, damn, you had to do that. You had to work over the weekend.
No,
Oh man, I hope you got
please,
paid
please.
double, time and a half, whatever.
I don't do the I don't do the weekend work. If somebody says something beyond business hours on Friday, it don't get seen till Monday.
Shit, fuck
And I
that.
made
I'll
that
work.
clear. Huh?
I'll nobody gonna force me to work on the weekend, but I if a nigga asks me, I will definitely work on the weekend because that's not time and a half. That's something else. When
I
you
get paid
work,
salary,
that's
so I mean, they don't. I don't think they do nothing extra for the weekends.
well, no. If you get paid salary, that's no,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah. So yeah, I'll
no.
see you Monday.
But
um,
what? But you get paid salary. So what if they tell you to work on the weekend? You gonna quit?
I'm gonna work on the weekend then. What the hell? Like,
Oh, okay. All right then. Okay. Yeah.
but they made it explicit, like, yo, like don't, and they pretty much tell us like we gonna tell you things. You said there's no way to put in OT. I don't think so. I don't think there's actually any. I don't even think there's like options for OT at my job. I don't think that's just how it's set up.
I mean, my job doesn't have OT options. They just have a time placement card where you just put in your hours. So if you work over your hours, you just put in the time that you worked over, and then you automatically get paid for those hours.
Yeah, well, they are starting that at my job. They're not that,
Oh,
but like
okay.
they're starting something where they're basically paying you for like so each work stream has like a projected hour, right? If you
Yeah.
go over the projected hour, then they'll pay you for the month. And I forgot what the number was, but I think it ends up being like it's not a ton. Like it ends up being like I think 10,000 for the whole year, which is good. But I mean, 10,000 for O, it's not really. You know what I mean? It's like OT for 10,000. But and oftentimes you really don't have to. It's like it spikes at my job. Like there's weeks where I could probably get through the weeks literally just hitting the low end of every work stream and be good. And then there's weeks where I probably will have to put in an extra 5 or 6 hours on this one or 1 hour on this one. So
Yeah, your job is a little bit different than average jobs because you're mainly writing.
well, I'm mainly doing uh, research and I'm doing a bunch of shit at this point. Now I'm doing a lot more admin shit and they're
I
gonna
don't
give
think
me
I could. I don't think I would enjoy a job where I mainly did research unless I was researching something that I wanted to research. So like if I
oh,
was doing PhD research or if I was like if I wanted to go into marine biology and I wanted to
mhm.
learn about that, I could do research on that for hours, but I don't know if somebody I don't know how your job works. Does somebody just give you a topic and you go research and write about it or do you pick what you want to
Literally.
write about?
Yeah, no, that was literally like the first day I came in there and it was like, all right, we're gonna talk about ACEs, right? Which ACEs is adverse childhood event.
Ace of Spades? The strip club?
He said, I want you to track every state and every model of Ace of Spades in this country. But no, it's like ACEs, like adverse childhood experiences. And so basically they was like, all right, I want you to track like ACEs and what different states are doing in their correctional system to address ACEs. Right. So to
Yeah.
me, the thing I always say is like, I love to research. Like that's one thing I will the most you can tell me anything, any topic. That's why when you said like, oh, it's gotta be something I'm interested in. Oh, that's my secret, Cap. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always interested because it's always something for me to pull out of it. Like it's always something for me to like, huh, okay. Like I remember at my other job, they wanted me to write an article about I seen something on there and they had something about CBD and they didn't know what to write about for CBD. And I was like, well, I don't know. Why don't you just write about CBD and autism or something? And they looked at me and they was like, is there a link between the two? I was like, I don't know. I just made that up. And they're like, well, all right, do that. So I researched that and I wrote an article about it. Like it just be shit like that. I just be anything's interesting to me. Like
I'm gonna say that is interesting when you put it like that. When if you're sitting around a table just spitballing ideas and you can just come up with an idea and you just go and research it, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, or if there's nothing behind it, if it's something that yeah, no, that's definitely interesting.
yeah, and that was my last job. This one is like so that I did that and I did research on that, and the other one was like VOPs, like violations of parole. So it was just like, all right, look at a bunch of states. First off, figure out how they're defining violations, what counts as a violation, and then even with that, you see a whole bunch of shit there where some states, because like have you heard of the word recidivism? Like when people
Yeah,
go back into the system, like
yeah.
So there's a recidivism rate for every state. And what I ended up learning through the research is every state has these wildly varying rates, not because one's good or bad or better than the other, but because they define recidivism entirely differently.
Yeah.
So even that's something, right? Because I start with the research and I'm researching recidivism rates, da da da. And I presented to one day. He's like, "Yeah, this is cool. I just want to let you know, like, I know you wouldn't no, but like the recidivism rate really don't mean shit because da 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 this and that." And I'm just like, so you got to know how they define it and then compare the ones that define it the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can look at all 50 states, but you can't just compare all 50 states because they all have
Yeah.
so you got to classify them. Like, all right, these dudes classify they consider any sort of conviction as a recidivism. You have to be convicted. Some states, if you get arrested at all, it's a violation. It don't
That's
matter.
insane.
Yeah. So think about it. So in certain states, right, you get arrested and you get acquitted of whatever you got arrested for. Your parole still gets violated, or your probation still gets. Or I don't know which one it is, but it still gets
Probation.
violated.
Yeah. Probation.
So it's like some states are like that, whereas some states you have to be convicted. You know what I'm saying? Some states you it's like an and or type of system. Like you can get this, but then if you also got that, then you good. But if you don't have that, and then you still got arrested and you didn't do this, and so it you can't compare them all because think about it. The states where any new arrest counts as recidivism, their rates are going to be higher.
Yeah.
Their rates are going to be higher just naturally. You know what I'm saying? Because
And this is
niggas
gonna
end up
go
getting
to funding more private prisons.
yeah, there you go. There you go. Funding that, funding DLC, funding a lot of shit, right? Department of Corrections and all the shit that goes on. So, like I said, the conclusions I draw from like that's always the most interesting part for me because like the information is one thing, right? But then once you get it and you sort of start to like sort of formulate like these like trains of thought, these narratives where it's like, oh, okay. So that's how this works. So some states will purposely say they shit high so I can launch my initiative and I can be the dude who got the rate down. You get what I'm saying? Even
Yeah.
though my rate might be technically the same as like a bunch of other states, I'm gonna just redefine it and put a little sauce on it so it can be my joint. And it's gonna be a 4-year program because I only got 4 years left, nigga. Like so we finna do that. Like, mind you, this probably needs to be long term, but I'm not gonna do that long term because I'm not gonna get the win for that. So then you start to see like how politics comes in and how policy gets shaped and formed. So like I said, it don't matter what I'm researching, bro. You could just say any two random things. You could be like, yo, action figures and racism. Go. And I'll have a blast. I promise you I'll have a blast. I'll just be like, yo, did you know? Like, like I'm that dude. Like I'll come into your office out of nowhere. Yo. So did you know, right? That this is wild, this is wild. The muscles on the black action figures are 33% bigger. That's racist. That's
Yeah.
racist.
That's racist as
Right
fuck.
now, mind you, I just made that up, but like that would be the
Yeah,
type of
you
shit
did, but yeah.
that I just be like, yo, that's crazy, son. Like you see mad examples. Oh, they got why they making the boy so oh, okay. Okay. I feel oh, he a little he a little creature, huh?
He black, so he's
Yo,
stronger.
he a
Mm,
little creature man, little beast man.
beast man.
But yeah, so yeah, that's why I like the research, man. That shit just is a blast to me. But let's pretend like we're on a podcast here, you know? We're about 30 minutes in. Now we can finally
Was that not part of the podcast? Is this
well no,
the
I
this is
muted it.
the preview show?
This is the prelude. This is the pregame show.
When the
Um
podcast start? When we talking shit about women? Like when that start?
when does that start? Oh, I don't
That's what I
know.
came here for.
I gotta double check with my legal team and see, see
You
what they
got a
say.
legal team? Oh, you
I
hit the big league.
once you
Wait,
mentioned hating on women, I hired one.
wait, we on the pod together. Do I have a lawyer?
He said, "You will if you keep talking." Uh, but but yeah. So I
Speaking
guess
of hating on women,
Oh, what is that a segue to? Go ahead, take it away.
the Nicki Minaj, I don't even remember who the other person beefing was.
Latto, don't say her full
Oh,
name. um,
I won't.
but yeah, so for those who I guess were off Twitter at this point, or I don't know, just stay out of the beef. The Grammy nominations came out, and that's where this all stemmed from,
You
right?
explain this to me too, because I didn't know any of this. I just saw the fight afterwards. I didn't even know the Grammys happened.
Yeah, well, they didn't. The nominations came
Oh,
out, and then there was
wait!
categories, and
Just people were mad about the nominations.
no, it wasn't people who were mad about the
No, I
nominations.
know it's people, but I didn't want to say what I wanted to say.
But well, and again, remember when I said there was a justification? So we gonna get to it, right?
All
So
right.
the nominations came out. They also added a new little eligibility requirements and all of that. I'm not really, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't care about that.
What are eligibility requirements for the what? Is it like SoundCloud rappers now?
No, nothing like insane. But like it's yeah. Anyway, like it's like percentage type beats and like it's shit that I don't even I wouldn't know what the old one
Percentage
was.
type beats? Is this a
No,
YouTube search bar?
what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is they changed some of the eligibility requirements,
Right.
and I don't know what the old ones were. So there'd be no point in me reading the new ones
Ah, okay, I got you.
because I have no frame of reference for what the hell that means or what any of this shit means. So I'm just like, okay, well they did something with the album eligibility requirements. Cool.
Got you.
And mind you, no one was really talking about that, so I don't think it was something huge. But there were a few things that happened. So what ended up happening, right? They had a bunch of different nominations come out for the Grammys, and things got a little odd. It got a little dicey, baby. Nicki Minaj, right, was nominated.
Okay.
However, her song "Super
Wait,
Freaky Girl,"
I was gonna say, what did she get nominated for? She put out music this year?
"Super Freaky Girl,"
Okay.
it spent 8 weeks atop the Hot Rap Songs chart, right? And it went crazy, right? So what ended up happening was the Grammy Awards had this originally under Best Rap Song, I believe,
Okay.
and then they moved it to Best Pop Solo Performance.
Interesting. I don't know why they did that, but
Now, this is where Nicki chimed in, right? And she's basically saying, um, what are we doing here? Like that was kind of her whole bag. Like her whole argument in the
okay.
beginning stemmed from how is Super Freaky Girl not pop or not rap? It spent
Yeah.
8 weeks atop the Hot Rap Songs chart, like from
Right.
Billboard. Like, and
That makes
Billboard
sense.
is so. And on top of that, I mean, Nicki, it's rap. If you listen to the song, it's rap. Like, I mean, I don't care if there's elements of
Pop
funk or
elements.
pop, yeah,
Yeah.
pop elements and shit. Like, um, it's not that, right? And so now, mind you, now some people were countering with like, oh, well, there's a couple song with rap elements that competed for pop songs, and I'm like, see, it's not different because the one they listed was "Say So." "Say So" is a pop song. She got like a couple bars rapping or a segment, a stanza where she raps, but that's not a rap song. That's a pop song.
Right.
So Super Freaky Girl, she only rapped on the song. She didn't sing on that song. I mean, the hook is like kind of like melodic, but it's all rap. They removed her out of the rap categories and put her in pop. Now, Nicki's whole thing was sort of like this seems like sabotage because if you listen to Latto's "Big Energy," that that the Mariah Carey sample,
Yeah.
Latto raps on that song.
Okay.
And she actually sings more on that song than Nicki sings on Super Freaky Girl. Yet
Okay.
that song's in Best Rap Song. Big
Okay.
Energy stayed in rap, but Super Freaky Girl is allegedly pop. It's the same producers on both songs.
Okay.
So again, that sounds a little fishy. And then when you
It
think about it,
does.
what was it, last month? When were the BET Awards? It was some time ago. I don't remember, but the BET Awards happened. And at the BET Awards, one of a lot of those other songs, what's the name of that song? It's the song with all the women in the video.
I don't know.
Uh,
I have no idea.
I don't know the song like that neither. It's a given. Yeah, it's mad women in that video. Like, um, so that song ended up winning like some what was it, anthem of the year, song of the year, or something at the BET Awards, mind you, over "Fuck Nigga Free" or "Tomorrow," which is kind of nuts to me because that song wasn't bigger than either of them. It wasn't even bigger than that Big Energy song Lotto got. But okay. Um, so I think a lot of people are kind of looking at it like, oh, I see what's happening here. Like the machine's making the push for Lotto. And
Right.
so, with that being said, they gotta, clear out some space for Latto. Because they probably looking at it like, all right, we want to give Latto the best rap Grammy. But if Nicki got a song out, it's still Nicki. I don't care if this song is Dookie. And I ain't gonna hold you. This
It's
song is
gotta
Dookie.
go to her, right?
Yeah, or at the very least, it's a competition. It's a fight. Because Nicki's been nominated for 10 Grammys, I believe, and never won.
Oof. I'd be
And the
mad
never
too if I
won.
was her.
And I didn't know that until once I looked at it, she never won. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. And she's only been nominated for pop once. And that was
What
on
song was that?
it was on a song with Ariana Grande and Jessie J, which was a pop song.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, that's interesting that suddenly I'm pop to you niggas now in a song where I only rapped. So
yeah, no, so I get where she's coming from.
So
Definitely.
again, this is what I meant when I said the anger, that statement, the first initial statement and the sabotage, all of that was justified. 100%. Right?
Yes. Agreed.
Because this is some funny shit, right? And I'm not gonna get mad at Latto. I just understand the label it's like when Jack Harlow started getting his push and you understood like, oh, Jack Harlow's nominated for a rapper or like lyricist of the year. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Lyricist of the year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Jack Harlow's lyricist of the year. Got you. I understand what's happening. I know exactly what's happening. I know. I get it. Right. Now, again, he's not gonna win, but just the nomination shows me. Oh, okay. I see. I understand.
See what y'all going for. I get it.
Yeah, I see where y'all trying to
hustle.
where y'all go. Yeah, exactly.
Push y'all artists, yo. Push y'all artists.
Yeah. Support your bands, yeah. So again, it's the same thing happening with Latto, but I guess, not even guess. Like for Nicki, I'm sure like you're sick. Like, cause it's just like, bro, you gonna move me to pop, and now I gotta battle against a Harry Styles or an Adele, and then they gonna clear out the space for you to get your easy win. And it's crazy because for 10 years I was rapping and they couldn't even give me an easy win. And there wasn't no other women rapping.
Yeah.
And so, and don't get me wrong, and I was like, yeah, but see, the problem here is with all of that being said, and then the fact that her and Latto already had some static a little bit before this, I'm just like,
they had static before this?
They did allegedly, well, not allegedly, a lot of
before you get into allegedly and why is Nicki Minaj, an almost 40-year-old woman, having static with an almost child?
Almost child. I'm sure Latto not that young, but
22.
I don't think Latto that young. Yeah, she's 23. Okay, I don't know why I thought she was older, but anyway, I tell you why. I mean, and this is what I was just about to say. Honestly, is like you're justified in it, but this is still hate. Like this is still hating. You know what I'm saying? Like this is. I never got my fair shot, and they never give me my just due. And now that they giving you something that you may feel like she ain't even earned it or whatever it may be, you hating.
Wait. No, wait. So like, how is this static for Latto before this?
Because my whole point is, think about this. Like niggas had beef with a lot of the up and coming rap ladies. And then on top of that, it's like this push for Latto has been coming for a little while. Right? Like the push hasn't just started now. It started, probably a year or two ago. You know what I'm saying? Probably started with the name change if you're keeping it a bean.
Oh, yeah, once they were, that makes the most sense. Oh, now you got an acceptable name. Let's light skin stardom.
I told you that was the last thing I needed.
Yeah, light skin stardom immediately.
So again, it's justified, but this is still hating because it's just like, not that the original statement is not hating. The hating came from when afterwards you went straight to like, oh, I'm gonna call her Karen. I'm gonna call her Scratch Off. I'm gonna do all. Now, mind you, Scratch Off is insane. Scratch Off is outlandishly insane.
Crazy. I wish I could think of something like that.
Yeah. That's what I'm like, yo. That's pure hatred, yo. That's some good ass hatred.
Does Nicki Minaj have ghostwriters writing her jokes on Twitter?
I don't know, man. I don't know, yo. But this
is now an investigative pod.
It's always has been, hasn't it? Remember when we exposed Dan Snyder?
Yeah, and now he's threatening to take everybody else down.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Please do. Oh no. No, the nasty niggas are fighting. But
I mean, he threatened to take down the commissioner too, so I don't know what he got on him. But I imagine all them niggas are fucking pieces of shit.
He said, "We do not care. Like, take them niggas down. Take them niggas down, or shut the hell up." It's really that simple for me. But yeah, so again, Nicki was justified 100% in this.
Yes.
But it's just like once you get to a certain point, and it's like, bro, this is a person who has openly admitted that they look up to you, they admire you, you was their inspiration, and then so they try to like link up with you, poly with you, and it's a little static there, right? And then so
Right.
all right, time passes, they have a text message exchange, and again, Latto posted this, and they text message exchange, it didn't go too well, and so basically, long story short, they left each other alone, but it was still issues like that was there already. So
So
then what?
that was the static when they text previously. Was this
Right,
before or after the Grammy
this is before.
announcements? Okay.
This is before. So then what ends up happening is now you do the Grammy announcement, and then now you reference my song in your argument for yo, like they doing me dirty and they trying to clear out space so Shorty can get her dub, da da da. And I'm like, well, shit.
Okay.
It's it.
So like from a Lotto standpoint, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what the?
Bro,
That's. I'm getting mine. Fuck you talking
we
about?
just
Like,
texted about this. Like, what you hating now?
yeah,
You
you
already
really
a
hate because you,
multi-millionaire, and I'm
yeah,
just coming up.
yeah, you mad about some Grammys, and the other part that's nuts to me though is because think about this. Remember when they snubbed Drake? They snubbed Drake at the Grammys. And that
Drake.
nigga didn't go back. He just didn't go back. Every year he don't like. He's just like, nah, I'm cool. I'm just not. I'm good
And
off
now
this
he
at this point.
convincing other niggas not going. The Weekend don't go
Yeah,
back.
the weekend don't
Quavo
go
don't go
neither.
back.
Right, whole thing. Now, mind you, and the nigga was winning at a certain point. Like nigga started winning, still said, I'm not showing up.
I don't give
I
a fuck,
don't
nigga.
care.
I got it, nigga.
He
I
said,
know I got it. Either, regardless.
we do not care.
Yeah.
Like, so that's my whole thing where it's just like, dog, like niggas is really not understanding. Like, it's and I think that's always the thing though, because Nicki has had that. And again, I think some of it is rightfully so, but the problem is it still comes off as hating. It still comes off as envy because you see other
Yeah.
people who haven't done as much as you, and you say, well, fuck them because I did more than them. I went harder than them, and you
She
did.
just she
You
just
did.
doesn't have any tact.
Yeah.
You can say it's crazy that I got moved from rap to pop. But she said, "Why the fuck is this bitch over here getting they specifically moved me out the way for this bitch's career."
Yeah, like it's
That's what she did.
yeah, and it's like, bro, like, and again, even Reef said it, like, he can't believe she, like, nigga, Nicki should have won at some point. So I do
Yeah, no, she
understand
definitely should have
where
done
it's like, fuck the tact, fuck the strategy, fuck the couth, fuck the all of that shit. I'm finna just, y'all gonna let her win? You gonna let the shorty with the name change win? All right, y'all. Y'all gonna let Susie from Boondocks win? Or what, no, Jasmine? What's her name?
Yo,
Y'all gonna let Jasmine from the Boondocks win, y'all?
hey
All right,
yo,
yo. All right, yo, you got it, yo. Like, I get it, bro. It's still hating. It's insane hating, but like, I do understand it.
like I said from the beginning, I definitely get her whole point, but it's just how she went about it and how all this devolved. Which
Yeah.
I'm happy that it did go this way, so other people can shit on her the way I've been shitting on her because she's such a fucking piece of shit person.
But it is just nuts to me because it's just like the Grammys, like, and that's my problem. Like, to have seen these, and think about it, you're Nicki. You've been getting nominated for 10 years. Over 10 years, really. And you've been getting shrugged and snubbed, and they've been fading you, and please believe they've been fading a lot of motherfuckers in the meantime. But my whole point is they fading people left and right. Every year we're seeing this. Every year, think about it. In the last like 5, 6 years, every single year, there's been like one or two notable niggas where we're like, ain't no fucking way. Like, cause
Nigga, the
think about it.
weekend has been snubbed like fucking
Yes.
3 years in a
Yes.
row.
But like, remember how like every year we get like a group of just a bunch of niggas. Yo, I should have been not. And sometimes they was dead wrong. Like, nigga, your song wasn't that hot. It was hot, but it's not hotter than the niggas here. Relax, right? But then there's other times where somebody will be like, yo, how am I shit not? And you like, I mean, yeah, bruh. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, I'm looking
I
at the
mean,
category.
I'm looking at Macklemore though, and I mean,
Yeah,
Macklemore got it, bro. I mean,
bro, he got the vision, bro.
did you
Like,
hear that one song where he was talking about? I never heard a Macklemore song. I don't know what he was talking about. I'm sorry.
you said
Something about a shop,
goddamn.
right? He mentioned a shop at one point, right?
Cut it out.
I'm dead ass.
But yeah, so like, and that's the thing. I can't find nothing on the actual. No, am I tweaking? I think it's like because there's rounds of nominees, so I guess maybe through the first round something happened or some shit like that. I don't know.
What do you
But I mean,
mean?
we even saw this last year. Like, um, Olivia Rodrigo allegedly had album of the year last year. Like Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, her, Kanye West. Like, bro, what?
Was Donda last year or the year before that?
I don't know.
Because if it wasn't last year, why the fuck was Kanye West even there?
Donda dropped in 2021, so these are
Oh,
2022
okay.
Grammys. So yeah, that'll count it. But like, it's like Justin Bieber was on album of the year.
What did he? What the fuck did he drop?
But that's my whole point. Like a lot of this time, I mean, mind you, we saw Silk Sonic win Song of the Year for "Lead the Door Open," and like that wasn't Song of the Year.
Lead the door. Oh, I've never actually listened to that song. I've only fucking seen clips of it.
Yeah.
There's no shade to Silk Sonic because I love Silk Sonic, but why were they even nominated for that? Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm looking at the other nominees in this category, and it's just like you guys are just making things up.
yeah.
Like they had "Fight for You" by Her up there. Like, bro, what song is that? Alicia Keys and Brandy Carlisle's "A Beautiful Noise." Nigga, what song is that?
I'm
Happier Than
100%
Ever.
sure the Grammys are just they used to be picking shit.
Bro, Song of the Year, mind you, they got "Kiss Me More" by Doja Cat and SZA. That song was tough. Song of the Year, perhaps. They got "Call Me by Your Name" up there. Okay, that makes some sense. And then "Peaches" by Justin Bieber featuring Daniel
Peaches.
Caesar and Giveon.
Nigga, I thought you were talking about 112.
You know what I mean? You imagine niggas nominate 112 out of nowhere.
Look, I need to get famous enough to get onto the fucking Grammys committee. I'm just gonna start recommending random shit.
A nigga who dropped one single the whole year.
Nah, fuck that. I'm going back. I'm going back farther. Let Me Love You by Mario.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Nicki's also nominated 8 times this year. Once in pop, twice in music videos, and 5 times in rap. But I get the part where it's just like, all right, well, you just gonna move me out of certain rap categories so you can make space for some. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is sus that she got moved, but at the same time, she's still nominated in other categories. So
Is this all her? I think this is all her. Oh no. Okay.
we've strayed so far away from the main point. The main point was the argument that ensued after Nicki
Yeah, really. And
voiced
that was really
her.
all where she got cooked at, because it's just like once you take it that level, it's like, oh, this is real hate. Like this ain't just like I'm mad about the Gram, because if this was really about the Grammys, which it should be, this should have nothing to do with Latto. Like Latto's not the one who's pushing these buttons, and you know that. That's my problem, because it's like, as a vet, you've been in this game long enough. You've been screwed long enough. You've gotten enough nominations to know that this whole shit don't got nothing to do with the person you see. It has nothing to do with Latto or whoever the hell you seen and winning these awards over you. They not pushing nothing. They
But
just
Nicki
up there
Minaj
following.
isn't a big enough person to understand that. She's just gonna beef with whoever's in her face. It don't matter who's at fault.
And that's the problem, man. But you know, I'm wishing everyone the best.
We didn't even really get into the argument. We just, I guess, we don't want the what are Nicki Minaj's fans called?
Oh, the barbs. I mean, look, I mean, it's already clear what we think. And my whole point is the argument.
No, I want to get into it and talk more shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the weeds of the argument don't even matter, in my opinion. Like, I really don't even care.
I don't either.
But from one controversy to another.
There's more controversies.
Yeah, there was one big one this weekend. That
Is it about um Kanye West?
Yeah, about Kanye.
Sad.
Sad if true.
I was gonna say fucked up if true, but we know it's true. We seen it.
Yeah. So for those who didn't hear it, and I'm not.
Bless you for those who didn't hear it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have been blessed.
What a blessing. But he got on Nore's podcast, Drink Champs, and pretty much decided to quote Candace Owens' documentary, which, I mean, okay, and we'll get into that Candace Owens part in a second. But I quoted her documentary, and long story short, he pretty much said some disparaging things about George Floyd. I'm not gonna give you guys the detail. You guys can look that up. But long story short, he said something that was just blatantly false. Like literally, like an act, like medical professionals have already like it's already. So
medical
anyway,
professionals in court. That's why niggas are in jail now.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So he just said some real stupid shit. On top of the usual stupid shit he's been saying for the last 2 weeks about Jewish folks, and the media in general. And the thing I hate the most is that every once in a while, there's like 25% truth in what he's saying. Like there's like real facts hidden in just deep, and you're like, yeah. Oh, okay. And then anti-Semitism. All right. Oh, okay. All right. I understand. And I think that's my problem because a lot of folks will do that whole Jewish media thing, and it's like, dog, it's the money. I like, and I know what does the same. No, listen,
No, it's not the same thing.
it's
The
not
fact
the
that
same
you're
thing.
applying the money to Jewish people is the problem. It's
Yeah,
not Jewish people running the world. It's niggas
and
with
two,
money.
it's money, right? And the problem, what happens is y'all fail to realize that the money supersedes every aspect of every identity that has ever existed. You're black, guess what? With enough money, you ain't black enough. You know what I'm saying? And that's with anything. LGBT. Think about how many people they found in any community you can think of, and they gave them enough of a bag, and niggas said, "Yeah, all right, all right, I'll step on my niggas' backs for a second for a little quick flip." So that's my whole thing, where it's just like y'all keep painting it that way, like as if that's what, like as if that matters. Because even if that were true, that don't matter to me because they're only utilizing the money anyway. So my whole point is, why the fuck I don't give a shit. That's not at all applicable when you really think about the fact that, bro, it's not that drives it. It's the money, because it's not like their ideals line up with that. So why would that even matter? It's just about nastiness. It's capitalism, nigga. I will use any aspect of any identity to get a bag, and we gonna step on the community and use the community at the same time. It's a quick little double dip. Um, So he gets up there on Nore's pod. And my brother said he watched the whole thing. And he was like, "You gonna watch it?" And I was like, "Hell no." Nah. And he started hollering. He was like, "Yeah, I was betting that you wouldn't." And I was like, "Yeah, well shit. You should put your life savings on it, nigga.
You winning some money
Yeah.
off that, huh?
Yeah, that shit. I mean, mind you, that shit was probably like minus 1 million. You knew I wasn't watching that shit. Like, because for me, it's just like I'm over it, bro. I'm genuinely over it. Like at this point, like and it was funny because I had seen something off Joe shit, like Joe Buttons for I know. But that nigga mentioned how like it's like the Takashi shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like now you're just pissing off everyone you can. Now you're just picking a group. Oh, you're mad at me? Ha ha, let me taunt you.
No,
Oh, you're mad at me?
you know
Ha
what
ha,
it
let me
is.
get you mad.
And I'm like 98% sure this nigga is running for president again, and he's just picking all the conservative topics.
It's
He's
a good grift.
literally, it's
A great grift.
It's a great grift, but I'm like 98.999% sure he's going to run for president again. That's why he's doing all this.
I mean, he might be, but for me, it's just like that's not really. And you know what it is? Like, my issue is honestly not even really with Kanye like that, because he's just a dickhead.
Nah,
He's
my
just
issues with him.
no. But here's what I'm saying. Like, it's
You
like
mean
certain
with
folks,
niggas displaying him and
right? Like,
spreading his message?
for example, it's like it got to a point in Trump's presidency where I wasn't mad at him no more. He was just the despicable nigga I knew him to be. I started getting mad at the folks who offered no pushback, who got into situations or interviews with niggas and just sat here and let him get his shit off, didn't bother.
His rhetoric.
Like, yeah, like that's the part that I get mad at, because it's like, dog, he has his own platform. Kanye has a platform of his own big enough to where he can get in front of anyone impactful.
Not no more. They got rid of his IG for
right, but he can find someone who's impactful that'll take a Kanye interview. And that's the problem. Like, he knows that no one's gonna. There's all like, no matter how many niggas say no, somebody's gonna say yeah.
And that's what happened, because the shop dropped his episode because he was talking bullshit, and then what happened? Nore picked it up.
And Roger Brown was like, "Nah, I'm straight. I'm good off of that. Like, I'm good off of that. You ain't gonna fuck my bag up." What he say? Oh no.
I wonder if the shop dropped the episode, or if Braun had enough integrity to just tell this nigga, "Shut the fuck up, nigga. You sound stupid," and then just ended the episode.
No matter how it went, like, But mind you, and then he even went to Nore's interview and said that, like, yo, they just tried to remove my shit. Like, is it gonna be a problem here? Da da da. And then Nore just doing the same. First off, I don't know if anyone's ever watched Drink Champs. Nore is one of the worst interviewers I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, he's awful at actually interviewing people. Like, he talks over niggas. He'll just like he's the type of nigga, like, he'll have an agenda, and instead of like following the flow of the artist and sort of like fitting in his questions as the artist is, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll just like, an artist will be on a whole tangent about some shit, and it'll be some super interesting shit, and he's like, nah, I gotta ask my question for. So I don't care about that. Let's just get the question for. We just like, it's just, he's terrible. He's genuinely terrible. And then the fact that he be drinking and then the guests be drinking just makes it worse. And you still get nuggets from it because you get niggas who just get up there and end up saying things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I watched the Big Sean interview and he cut him off all the entire interview. But Big Sean had to fight through it and was just still giving a good interview. But to me, it's just like, you got that, one. Two, like you said, you adding alcohol to this. And so you already got a nigga without the liquor. He finna say some
absolute vile shit.
Right. And this is the other part, right? Where I get mad because everyone, it's like, this is what people do nowadays, right? You'll take any controversy you can because it's good for the algorithm, right? It's good for the system, the numbers and all that. But then what happens when it backfires? What happens when you realize that not all money is good money, right? We
what happens when it backfires? He takes the video down.
No.
After
not only
like
that,
3 days.
You get a $250 million lawsuit. That's also what happens.
Wait, is he getting the lawsuit or is it just Kanye?
It's on Kanye. No, it's on Kanye. I'm not saying for Nore, but my whole point is, think about it. Okay. That lawsuit sprung up as a result of shit said directly on your platform. That might not stand in court, but you're gonna have to be involved in that court process in some way or another. Because this is your tape, your film, nigga. So yeah.
That's probably why it took the video down, not because he's getting backlash. Just
and mind you, it's on Revolt, which is Puff's platform. So I'm sure Puff's legal team was like, hey, my Hey, how's it going, Mr. Diddy? Can we talk? Are you free right now? Like, can we talk? We gotta talk soon. Cause I seen some shit on YouTube, specifically on your channel.
Drink Champs is on Revolt?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that. I just always assumed Drink Champs was on its own channel called Drink Champs. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's under Revolt. So that's the other part too that actually is nuts to me, though, because now you're talking about another billionaire who has a legal department, communications, marketing, who I presumably all this shit would be ran by, right? Like, once you finish the interview, you would run it by them, and you telling me nobody nowhere flagged this shit before it came out? Like, not yellow flags. I'm talking red flags. It was like, hey, listen, we can't put this out until we you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just some shit.
It's even more insane when we think about the fact that Diddy was beefing with Kanye before he went on the show.
Sure was.
That's interesting.
So it's just like, oh, this nigga Kanye was trying to get Diddy smoked. He was trying to fry him.
That's got to be it, honestly.
And then so you have that, right? And then you have, after the video drops, Nore was just like, it was maybe like 12 hours, I think, or something. Because mind you, I was out there, so I didn't even see, because allegedly there was some shit with Charlemagne, and then he got on somewhere else and explained himself. I didn't see any of
Charlemagne and said, well, see, later in the video, but niggas didn't see it in the clip. I checked him on that, but I wish I would have did it sooner, because I mean, I didn't want it to be another Birdman situation where he walked away, so I let him say his piece. Like, nigga, fuck you. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, he sound like a hoe.
I didn't want it to be another Birdman. I didn't want him to walk off. Okay, what would have happened if he walked off?
Oh no, and then that's my issue, right? Because then he did the whole like 12 hours after it dropped, something like that. I was like, oh man, I ain't never had this many views. Like, yo, okay,
like,
cool.
Yeah, you're a fucking cool.
Yeah, no, cool. Yeah, not cool. Hey, listen, I'm just gathering evidence. That's all. I'm just gathering evidence. That's all. So I see that. All right, boom, right? Then it's the fact that he get up there and cites a documentary when the only counter for that would be, well, let's cite the coroner. The fuck am I gonna cite a documentary written by a woman who has no actual ties to this versus what the literal coroner who saw that man's body said? Hello? Why would I? What? Hello? Okay. right? Like, so then, like, and that's my issue, right? Like, it's not like you're offering pushback against someone's opinion or their beliefs, their values, or something. You're offering pushback against a literal
against
lie,
fact.
against something that's untrue and not true at all, proven to be not true. So it's just like, which, and again, even the argument for that makes no sense. Like, dog, if I got weed in my system and I get hit by a car and I die, we did it in any way or in anything. Just figure any other way to work that out. Like, dog, whatever I
Nah,
got in my system didn't do it to me.
if you wasn't high off weed, you
I would have tensed up and probably died even sooner.
check my notes.
Checks my notes.
Your reaction speed would have been faster, so you wouldn't have died. You wouldn't have the car.
Ooh, the way the car
It wouldn't
shaped.
even hit you. It
Wouldn't
wouldn't
have
even
hit
hit you because your reaction speed. Yeah,
Wouldn't even hit me. You right.
wouldn't even hit
You
you.
right. I
Wouldn't
gotta
even
stop
hit you.
smoking. You right. You right. Because they
It's your
cars don't hit
reaction
people who
speed.
don't smoke.
I mean, they was probably drunk. So I mean,
Oh no. But yeah. So and then again, it's just to me, it's just it's this is nasty because it's like, how many times do y'all gotta learn this lesson, right? Because think about it, just not too long ago, were we not just celebrating the fact that some other nigga famous for frequently touting a lie got buried with
you mean
a
within the same
billion
week, right?
dollar with a yeah, literally within the same week because this was filmed previously, right? So got a $1 billion judgment against him for some shit he had. Like, it's just like, all right, man, y'all gonna keep pushing this shit. And then to me, I think what's nasty though is that, think about it, Kanye got his IG deleted, right? He got his, what is his Twitter account too? Got them both deleted, I
Is
think.
Twitter deleted? Nice.
I think it was one of them. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was IG for sure. And then so then what does he do? Think about, he does three things to respond, right? And all three of these things are telling.
He
One,
buys another
yes,
platform.
yep, there you go. One, he buys Parlor, right? Which again, I'm gonna get right into right after this. Two, he goes to the shop with Mav Carter and LeBron and all of them niggas. Three, he goes to Drink Champs. And I'm sure he probably maybe went to Charlemagne. And Charlemagne, because Charlemagne said himself, I wouldn't have took that interview. I told Nore I wouldn't have took that interview. And mind you, and Charlemagne's a nigga who interviewed Kanye before, after he was saying wild shit, but it wasn't to this degree, I guess. So all of this is too damn telling to me. Like, you understood the potential for controversy here, and instead of that scaring you, it made your little pee pee wet. Niggas said, "Ooh, yeah, they gonna be so bad in the mentions and comments." Ooh. And then you forgetting, you looking at them numbers. Meanwhile, your legal team looking at a different set of numbers. And it's like, you just don't get it. You niggas just don't get it, and y'all gonna learn one way or another. Like, you have a responsibility, nigga. Like, I know it's that whole, I'm not a role model, I'm not this, I'm not that. Yeah, we know. And yet,
Obviously.
you niggas sure are getting taxed like role models. $1 billion settlement? That sounds like a role model to me.
I feel like Kanye has just put himself into a box at this point, and I'm just waiting for this nigga to go broke.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
He's
collapse at this point.
isolated himself from everyone, his family, even the niggas, even the people, the Kardashians that people are like, oh, I hope Kanye doesn't get turned. The people that didn't want Kanye to be around the Kardashians have left him. The Kardashians have left him. Now all he
Yeah.
has is just his money and
yes, man.
possibly becoming president.
Yeah,
I feel like that's his end goal. Just I'm gonna say as much inflammatory shit. So like Kanye, since he is mentally ill, doesn't and understand the nuance of being a right wing politician. He's saying all the quiet shit out loud and talking about Jews and black people and shit. This is not things that most politicians say out loud. Most of them say it in dog whistles and codes.
yeah.
And
One.
it's even proven in the fact that he went on a Tucker Carlson. He went on the interview with him.
Juckle Carlson, I'm screaming.
Tucker Carlson, that is funny. Tuckle is a funny name.
Your Tuckle is hilarious.
Tuckle. But no, he went on an interview with Tucker Carlson and they edited what Kanye was saying into dog whistles because Kanye was saying everything out loud. If you look at whatever aired from Fox and what Kanye said to Tucker Carlson, it's not the same as what Kanye was saying. They cut off what he said, they chopped it up. He was saying some inflammatory shit about some super anti-Semitic shit about Jewish people. But Tucker Carlson is smart enough to chop it up and just make it a dog whistle for his fans.
Yeah, because he knew, like, bro, I've been getting these accusations for years. All you gotta do is dabble in it. But you trying to jump headfirst, dive into it, nigga, like.
That's what I'm saying. I think Kanye is legitimately trying to do what Donald Trump did and just incite the right, but he's just not smart enough.
Well,
Or I won't say not smart enough, but his mental illness, he's just not. He don't have enough coof. He don't have enough fucking.
I don't even think that's related to his mental illness, and I think this is where we get into this whole thing where this is what happens when you tell a nigga who's above average intelligence that he's a genius. This is what happens.
Yeah.
When you tell a nigga who's got some great
ego
ideas,
inflates.
Yeah, when you tell a nigga who's got some pretty good ideas sometimes, and he's amazingly talented and all that other shit. But then this is what happens when you tell a nigga that he can be the best at anything he does, right? This is what happens when that gets involved, and it's like, oh well, now I just gotta follow the blueprint. Trump did it, and mind you, you're not factoring the fact that you're a nigga, right? You're not factoring the fact that you're not plugged in the same way Trump was. Right, you're not factoring in the fact that who you're pissing
just
off.
Thinking I'm a billionaire and I was already supporting Trump, and now I'm spouting anti-Semitic rhetoric.
Yeah, they'll love
Why
it.
wouldn't I be president?
Yeah, I'm hanging around Candace Owens, this and that. But what he's failing to realize,
fucking Juckle Tucker.
Juckle Tucker. Oh man,
I said it on purpose, by the way. That wasn't a misslip. That was.
I know, Juckle Tucker.
Juckle Tucker. So fucking Juckle Tucker.
Oh man, but it's just like, and to me, but again, the parlor thing is hilarious to me too, because it's like, oh shit, you ain't even realize you was getting lined up this whole time. Like, this is why Candace Owens got cool. Because think about it. Really think about Candace Owens' trajectory. After her time was up, and after Fox News got their little like 18-month contract with their little residential black hater, right? They was like, hey, listen, yo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you already know what I'm talking about. Like, like, bro, you signed a 2-year deal, yo. You my assistant Negro hater. Like, after that, all right, we done. We done now. You get a 2-year deal, and then you got to figure out the rest of your bag, because now we got to swap in a new black person that hates other black people. Like, come on now, you know how this game go.
Where's Stacey Dash?
Same concept.
Was she before Candace?
She was way before Candace, and I think she probably got more. She probably got the most time of a lot of them.
I knew Stacey Dash was a black hater, but I didn't know she was on Fox. I just always seen her say shit about black people. I didn't know she was like a Fox commentator though.
Yeah, no, she was on Fox. I don't remember when that happened. She got hired on 2014, and then on 2017 she got let go. So again, it's the 2-year deal, man. I'm telling you, like, it's cool. They give you a little bag and this and that. But what people fail to realize is you get caught in the grift, and you don't realize, like, the best grifters in the world, once they get started with this grift, they already plotting that next one. And y'all problem is y'all think again. This is where
I think y'all on cool sailing. I was like, oh man, I'm talking shit. Yeah, and I'm gonna be here.
This is where you add in the ego, the mental illness, all the other shit that comes, and not even just mental illness, but the fact that you are off your meds more than likely. I don't.
You know what? You know where I'm gonna disagree. Candace Owens is probably the only one of these that was already planning the next grift, because her husband is selling a fucking platform to Kanye.
And then they mark this silly nigga out, get his bag, get him to buy this social media platform that's fucking useless, that's utterly useless. And then it's like, so again, as much as I dislike Candace Owens, it's like, oh, okay, you know how to identify a mark.
I was supposed to say, I respect the grift. I respect the fucking marksmanship. Yeah,
the marksmanship. Yeah, like,
you spotted that nigga, you shot it. Yeah,
bro. I mean, and that's the key, man. When you a grifter, you gotta have marksmanship, right? You gotta be able to understand and see the marks, like, and you can't see them now. You can't think, all right, you a mark now, I'm gonna get you now. No. It's a 6-month play. It's a 9-month play. And I know that even though you are erratic,
this is a 9-year play. Yeah, however long Candace been there.
Yeah, I'm gonna plant the seeds. Don't worry about this. I'm gonna get what I need from you. And that's the part where it's just like, you ain't even realize you was getting linked up. That's terrible. Like, and that's how I know. Again, you're not the genius you say you are. Ain't no genius finna get lined up or gonna get walked straight into a lineup like this.
This is crazy. No, this
Like,
is this nigga might be below average intelligence the way this nigga got lined
I'm
up.
not even talking about intelligence. It's just like your ability.
Nah, I am.
Like, because to me, I don't think it's necessarily intelligence that.
Do you think it's a disability?
No, I don't
The
think
fact,
it's that at all.
no, that was
Wait,
a
what do you
joke.
mean?
No, that was the way that he just got lined up like this after pouring all his heart and soul into being this right wing person, and then he goes to buy Parlor. He doesn't. Does he know that Candace Owens' husband? Oh, does he know the Riddler face? Does he know? Does he know that Candace Owens' husband owns Parlor and that Parlor is a dying application?
Sure.
Or is this no? This is a big brain play from Kanye. He's been doing all this right wing shit, all of this rhetoric, and now he's buying Parlor to show the right wingers that he's really about that. This is all a play just to get to the White House.
Well, if it is,
he knows it's a waste of money. He knows it's a money dump. Just like fucking Bloomberg.
Well, if he knows
dropped
so much,
almost a billy.
Does he know he's not gonna win?
I keep saying Bill de Blasio because that's what I think about New York. But fucking Bloomberg dropped millions, almost a billy, on this presidential campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Did he know he wasn't gonna win?
He found out at some point.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Kanye is still in the point of finding out. So I feel like this is Kanye's play. Like what Bloomberg did, and how much money he dropped. I feel like Kanye buying Parlor and all this anti-Semitic, anti-George Floyd talk and all this right-wing talk is just a ploy specifically for the presidency.
Yeah, but the problem is, again, that's my issue because then we do this genius talk. But if you're so much of a genius, then you would know that you already lost before you even started.
That's true.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. Man, these, like I said, niggas is fools. And to me, it's just like, I don't even understand how, and even Nore, like, how do you not realize you getting lined up? Like, Nore said this is his guy. So let's be real here. Like, Moist, I'm going to keep it like this. You would never say nothing as wild as what Kanye would say. But you also can say some strange, not strange, but the way you say some things can be wild, right?
Right.
So if I knew you was smacked, if I knew you was having you was going through a series of, or for the last couple of weeks, you've been talking wild reckless, right?
Right.
And I knew you was going to come on my show and do what? Get smacked, right?
Right.
As your friend, I'm going to tell you.
Nore is a friend of Kanye?
That's what Nore said. And so obviously he's lying, but that's my whole point. Or yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's kind of what goes back into this whole thing to where, so you already justified it for the views and it. So basically, this nigga, this is a puppet. This nigga is you'll do anything to get your numbers.
This nigga is a hoe. He's doing anything to get views,
and his numbers are already good. His numbers are already good.
He want more money. You get money based off of numbers on YouTube. He want whatever. Apparently, his music not doing that good, so he's on the YouTube podcast shit. The more views I get on YouTube, the more money I get. That's the way it is.
But it's just, it's just, bro, it's ridiculous. Because like I said, I would never put if me and you are friends, my nigga, and I understand the temperature. I know that. And mind you, when the interview start, he tell him straight up, "Hey, look, I went to the last spot with Mav Tucker and or Mav Carter and them niggas basically just told me to get out of here." You know what I'm saying? If a nigga tell me that after he been saying shit that ended up on CNN, Washington Post, Daily Mail, my nigga, you cannot come to my platform and think I'ma just let you say what the fuck you gonna say.
Yeah, no, even if we cool, bro. I don't agree with what you going with.
Because not only
did you say that,
not only am I not gonna put you in danger, not only am I not gonna put you in danger, but my nigga, I'm not gonna put myself in that danger. Because in one sense, right? Think about it. There's a lot of times you can come on somebody's podcast and say something controversial, right? But it's the difference between saying something like controversial that like will get social media in an uproar versus saying things that have always stopped people's bags. And when you start saying blatantly anti-Semitic, not like, you know what I'm talking about, not like you criticize Zionism so you're anti-Semitic. I'm talking actual blatant
You
anti-Semitism.
start talking shit about George Soros.
Yeah, right. Like once you
That's
start doing
deep
it,
tracks anti-Semitic.
yeah. Once you start doing globalist agendas, my nigga, like
Oh,
you start,
man.
you like, oh, okay, yeah, I hear you. Like once you start to get to a certain point, like bro, you're past the part where it's like you're not just saying things that are controversial that'll get people to click and get people to be mad and argue and yell back and forth. You're saying things that niggas have gotten $1 million bags halted over. Nigga, if I got an $80 million deal with you and you say some shit like this, bro, that deal is indefinitely suspended, my nigga.
Yeah, no, it's
Not because I'm
over.
pussy, not because, nigga, I understand the climate. I can't be tied to this. You're a liability, nigga. Like,
Nigga, I don't agree with this, but even if I did, nigga, you're done.
yeah, this is a liability, bro.
I'm
You
not
can't say
putting
this.
myself in this.
Because think about it, like so much of it is like, imagine this, nigga. It's like it's the same thing with any topic though. Like you said, you can do the dog whistles, right? You can do some of the little. I'm gonna hint at this. I'm gonna throw a little, and you know what my feelings are. You can assume what my politics are. But when you outright say some of the thing, bro, it's never gonna work. It's just
That's
like some of
literally
these.
the whole reason that Tucker Carlson chopped up Kanye's interview and turned it into dog whistles because Kanye is so fucking stupid. He was saying the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, and they like, hey, buddy, listen. He's like, and cut. Yeah, listen. Come on, man. Can you just? Is there any way you can get this point across without that whole thing? Like,
Yeah, I'm urging everybody that listen to us. I know you more than likely, like I would say 98.97% of y'all are not right wingers. I don't know who's listening to us, but most of y'all
gotta be tough.
go watch the fucking Tucker Carlson interview with
Come
Kanye
on
West,
now, we're not doing that.
unedited.
Yeah, no, we're
No,
not.
I want them to see.
I don't.
I want them to look at the edited and the unedited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen to what Kanye. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've seen
I'm
what
not
Kanye
going
said
to see it,
unedited.
but I know I believe you because it only makes sense. It
It's
only
so
makes sense.
fucking bad, man.
These niggas are not stupid enough to like. They know that they can get on their show and their platform.
Kanye's stupid enough to say it though. That was my whole
Yeah,
point. Kanye is so fucking stupid,
and that's why I keep saying, nigga, what genius is this, bro? Like people fail to realize
he's left brain genius. Left
you do,
brain is music. Left
you
brain
do
is
not.
art.
Yeah, but left brain didn't get you the billions, and that's the part where we still keep missing out on.
Yeah.
You do not become a billionaire without billionaire consent, without the system's consent, without multiple people's consent. They have to allow you to get there. You could get to 100 million, maybe, right? You can get to millions, plenty of millions, but if you want to get to B's, big B's, remember Kanye was begging niggas for money not too long ago. Do we remember this?
Yeah, that
Like,
was
let's
like
not
4
like
years ago.
that was like, I mean, it might have been a little more longer than that, but still, it might have been 5 or 6. But nigga, to go from begging for 20 mil,
Mark Zuckerberg, yeah,
imagine you was begging Mark Zuckerberg, you was begging Bill Gates, you was begging Jay-Z, even you was begging niggas for 20, 25, 30 here because your shit was floundering, and now you up bees, my nigga. That don't just happen through I got it out the mud. I had to niggas let you win, bro. Because if some of these fashion niggas really wanted you out of here, they would squeeze your ass up out of the space, nigga. It's simple. And so that's my whole thing when I get people, like, I don't think people really understand, like, you can't then be a billionaire playing victim. Because, my nigga, you have worked the inside of this system. That's how you got a billion. And now maybe you disconnected from that system because you got your billion, now you want to cash out. And now the system don't serve you no more. So now you're a victim. And that's not how this shit works. That's not at all how this shit works, bro. You're not a victim. You're not a victim.
It's
like,
making me sad because it's just
that shit don't make me sad. That shit is just, nigga, you a mark. Like, and you really just like
no, not what Kanye's doing. Fuck that nigga. He's a mark. No, what makes me sad is just the fact that billionaires, I guess the elite. Let me take a turn from the right. The elite, they just be choosing niggas.
Mm-hmm.
They just pick niggas and just we just out here living our little lives, just doing whatever, and just
and mind you, it's not happenstance who they choose is what I'm getting at.
Happenstance is such a funny word.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just, oh, I had a dartboard and I just threw a dart and it landed on yay. Like, no, I picked you for a reason, right? So then the problem is when I pick you for a reason.
All right. So I agree with what you're saying, but you do understand that what we're traveling towards is Illuminati
I
conspiracy
don't think it's even
nigga
that.
territory.
It's not. I think if you want to take it there, I mean that would be the wrong conclusion
No,
to
I
drop.
don't want to take it there because I don't like these niggas.
No,
But
yeah, I'm saying if that's how it was interpreted, then you caught the wrong message from it. Because for me, it's not
no,
about an Illuminati. It's
I didn't
about
interpret that. But
I'm talking about anyone who would, nigga. Like I don't care what these motherfuckers think. Like if you think that, you're not listening because I'm not. There is no
I'm
secret.
just thinking. No, my whole thing is there is an elite,
Yeah, and
and
they're
they're
we
picking
know who
niggas.
they are. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not like this is some hidden group of niggas that we can't see and this and that. We might not know the people, but we know the people. Like we don't know who's in the room, but we know there's niggas in the room. And then once you start seeing niggas he's involved with, you can start to guess who might have been in that room.
Oh well, yeah,
Like,
100%. Yeah,
and that's what I mean. Where it's like niggas always pretend like it's some secret, some oh man, we'll never know and that, bro. You gotta look at the world we live in, dog. Like, you hardly have to hide shit anymore. Things are so absurd now. You really don't gotta hide that much. There's certain things that you still can't just roll out there. But my nigga, when you get to a certain point up, bro, I don't have to hide as much. Some of my like, think about it. There's people who like on a local level. Think about like state politics, right? There's niggas who will
right.
like steal money, get money to their niggas, and they're not even really hiding it. The Brett
Yeah,
Favre shit, they didn't like, nigga. I didn't even bother trying to hide that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Bro, that's happening on a
No,
two,
that's
three,
yeah.
four, five, $6, $7 million level. What do you think happens on the $2 billion? Like, it's the
And
same.
he still hasn't faced any consequences for that.
Yeah, I know they're gonna do a
He
super long
spoke it after that and
investigation.
just said, "Fuck y'all," basically.
They're gonna do a super long investigation and eventually recommend some charges and maybe not, depending on who the AG is connected to. He does
See,
it or does get
this is
charged.
my Illuminati. This nigga is in a group of niggas that can't get in trouble.
I know, and they're called capitalists. That's it. Like that be the
Yeah,
part that
that's
killed
why I
me.
said
Like,
that's my Illuminati. It's just rich niggas.
yeah,
Rich
like,
niggas are just
but
that's yeah.
but that's why I always hate when niggas go to the anti-Semitic route or all that. I'm like, bro, that's not what they like.
Yeah.
Dog, it's just money. It's just money, nigga. Like, and you can sit up here and argue, well, they're more likely to. I don't care if they are,
They're more
because
like
they're not the
nigga.
only one.
Money was around before Jews were even a thing.
That's not even my whole point. My whole thing is it wouldn't matter if they were most likely, my nigga. At the end of the day, they're not the only ones. And the problem is, y'all keep getting caught up on imaginary niggas when the niggas doing it are right in your face. You keep guessing, well, it's probably some Jewish nigga. Bro, the nigga doing it to you, he not Jewish. Elon Musk not Jewish. Jeff Bezos not Jewish.
Stanley from Scandinavia.
Yeah, nigga is Swiss. Hello? The niggas don't be Jewish. Like, so that'd be the whole point where it's just like, bruh, come on now, man. Like, and that'd be the part that killed me. Like, nigga, some of the richest niggas right now in the world, nigga, are Christians. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk about it. Like, no smoke for Christianity, though, right? Which is another Catholics, no smoke for the Catholic Church, right? Like, we don't need conspiracy theories when we have the answers literally in front of us.
Catholics
Y'all niggas,
are the richest religion in the fuck.
I know.
They're the richest niggas in the
Pop
world.
quiz. How they get so rich? Pop quiz. That's crazy, right? How they get so rich? Does anyone know? He said, "Oh, I think what it was if they had to nigga get their hand the chloroform wipe.
Fuck chloroform. They fucking silence pistoled you.
Pew, pew.
Yeah.
But that'd be the whole thing that killed me, where it's just that's always my issue with like some of them conspiracy theories. Like, bro, y'all niggas will go so far out the box, and the nigga doing it to you, looking at you like, what he doing? Like, like the guy literally doing that to you is like, he about to blink. he think it's immigrants that. Oh man, oh man, that boy don't know.
It's purposeful.
Yeah, it is. He don't know no better.
It's just like fucking. Take the Judaism out of it. Black people and white people in America. Jim Crow said something along the lines of fucking if you can convince the poorest white person the richest white person that he's better than the poorest black person.
No, it was the poorest black person. Rich is better than the richest. Poorest white person better than the richest black person. Yes, just off the strength of being white. Basically, if I can convince you to put your race or that above anything else, and then what people fail to realize is, so if think about it, they succeeded one. So if I can succeed in getting you to put your race above everything else, You don't think I can succeed in getting you to put money above everything else? Like it's
Yeah.
just so simple, dog. Like it's exactly what happens. It's why you see people who belong to communities sell their own community out, i.e. Jay-Z, i.e. Who else? Caitlyn Jenner, i.e. like it's a
Diddy.
bunch. Who?
Diddy.
Oh, P. Diddy, yeah, P. Diddy as well. Like it's not hard to look around, my nigga. Like, or I mean, even in some of the lower level niggas, like you look at ASAP Rocky with the shit he said long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at a whole bunch of niggas who
Lil
that
Wayne.
are
Lil Wayne
Lil
said the same
Wayne,
shit.
right? You can look at so it's a bunch of niggas you can look at to where this community prop you up, and then again with a bag involved and with a and mind you, some people say they don't think that's what it is, bro. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, and again, like niggas will claim they don't know enough. Nah, niggas is just not confident enough and they scared. And it's cool. It's cool. Because speaking of being scared, I watched Halloween Ends, man. I watched it before I left this weekend.
Hey, let's go. I have that. It's crazy that you've seen that before me when I'm the
Yeah.
horror movie guy.
Well, listen, I mean, I'm only watching movies because of my girl. You know how that go. Like, if it
I
wasn't
respect that.
if it
Yeah.
wasn't that, then
Shout out to your girl because she's making you better. Obviously,
oh,
Neo Fabulous, you make me better type vibes. Yeah, nah.
but I'm not gonna hold you. Did not like this movie.
That's a good response. That
Did
is,
not like this movie.
yeah.
Not one bit.
Wait, did you see the previous movies?
Kills. I went through the lineage after I watched this, like not watching them, but like sort of just looking
Okay.
back through the movies and seeing what I had seen. I'd seen Halloween 1, Halloween 2, I've seen Halloween H2O, and then some of the ones in between I missed. Halloween Kills, I saw clips of, but I didn't actually watch it.
Okay, so
Um,
you don't even really understand the lineage of it.
yeah, and so she explained some of it to me, and I'm not gonna hold you. Even after explanation of the lineage, I still thought she was full of shit. And
No,
so
no,
did the
I
nigga
love
who.
your girl because the fact that she even is explaining the lineage to you, because a lot of people don't really, a lot of people just be watching movies, they don't be doing shit.
Yeah,
Let me
and
explain it again so that you really get it.
go ahead.
All right, so it's fair that you don't like the last movie, but it's not fair why you don't like it because you don't even understand the history behind it.
Okay, tell
So,
me history.
all right, so there's already been like 900 fucking Halloween movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first movie set the stage. The second movie, Halo 2, is where
Halo 2.
people. Hey, did I say Halo? The Halloween 2.
Halo 2, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Halloween 2 is where people get a lot of the misconceptions about the new movie because in Halloween 2, people think that Laurie is Michael's sister
Oh,
because
that's not what okay, so I know what you're going for. The new series, the new two movies took that part
the
out.
new two
Yeah.
movies.
You know what I'm talking about, the new two.
the yeah. So originally in the first Halloween movie, Michael killed everybody, whatever, and then he went after a babysitter named Laurie Strode.
Mhm.
And then in the second movie, it came out that Laurie Strode was Michael's sister
Mhm.
because in the first movie, he killed everybody in his house except for a baby, and people were saying that the baby was Laurie Strode's.
Mhm.
And so in the second movie, they said that the reason that Michael was after Laurie Strode's was because she was his biological sister.
Mhm.
And the franchise went on after that. And then there was a Rob Zombie remake with two movies, which had nothing to do with the original
Yeah.
franchise.
Yeah. That was what, The Curse of Michael Myers and something else?
No. The Curse of Michael Myers was the third movie,
Oh,
which
gotcha.
weirdly didn't actually have anything to do with Michael Myers. It was
Yeah,
just
I vaguely remember that. That shit seems like a fever.
yeah, it was different. It was very different. It was about a fucking a Halloween company making masks that were like killing people. It was weird. It was weird. But
Oh, okay.
the original Halloween series had like Halloween 1, 2, skip 3, obviously, because that had nothing to do with anything. It had like 4, H2O, Resurrection, And then I think there might have been another movie after that, but I don't remember. But then it went to Rob Zombie, where he remade Halloween 1 and Halloween 2. But this new Halloween franchise, which was, what was it, Halloween 2018 or 2019?
Yeah, 2018 Kills, and then
Yeah, all right. So Halloween 2018 starts directly after the first movie.
was it
So
4 years
all
after, right?
I don't no. It starts directly after. When
Does it?
I don't fuck the years. I don't remember.
Hold
But
on.
like the what really matters is that in Halloween 1, Lori was not Michael's sister.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't established until Halloween 2. So Halloween 2018 starts like 40 years or however long after the first Halloween movie.
Okay, so this is the whole retcon. This whole entire universe is a retcon. Gotcha.
This whole entire, exactly, this, it's all a retcon. So all the things that people have been saying about Michael trying to kill his sister and all this is just, that's cap. That's just, it's a
Yeah.
moot point.
Oh, Halloween
Which,
Resurrection. That was the one with Busta Rhymes in it, right?
yeah, that was one of
Yeah,
the
I
problems
remember
there.
that one.
Yeah,
Halloween Resurrection went crazy.
that was one of my favorite movies because this nigga was doing kung fu. He was kicking Michael Myers around into fires. I love that movie as a kid.
Resurrection went crazy. Yeah.
Resurrection was amazing. I wish that would have been in this timeline, but it wouldn't have made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But Halloween 2018 is like I said, it's a direct sequel after the first
The
movie.
first one, yeah, that's what it said.
So Lori and Michael are not siblings.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people have been saying, why is Michael chasing this bitch? Why is Michael doing all this?
Oh, I didn't care about that. Yeah,
No, I didn't. You did. But a lot of people were saying, like, why is Michael doing all this?
That's what they care.
The whole point is that there's no reason. That's not his sister.
He's the
just
embodiment of evil.
Exactly. He's an embodiment of evil. He's just trying to get the last kill. He missed out on her in the first movie. He didn't get to kill her. So he came back, and that's what he's like, I gotta finish this shit. He got completionist anxiety.
He got the 98% and said, nah, I'm not good with that.
Nah. So I gotta get her. So yeah, the first movie, Halloween 2018, was literally a continuation from the very first Halloween movie. So Laurie Strode is not his sister. I want to cut that out. I know millions of people are listening right now. I want y'all to understand that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you. My critiques, and you haven't seen Ends yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, yeah. My critiques of the movie, luckily didn't really have. I wouldn't say it didn't have too much to do with the actual timeline, because I didn't realize this was a retcon. But knowing it's a retcon does put some of it into perspective. I still hated the reasons given.
I was gonna say, does it make it better or worse?
No, it doesn't change anything. That was I understand it better now because it's like, okay, I get what you. Oh, okay, I understand what you were going for. I still think this is not how you did it. Like you telling me something and your movie telling me something else. I don't believe you, nigga, because your movie don't tell me that. So again, I didn't even watch Kills. But I seen clips and shit like that from Kills, and then I watched Ends. And one of the problems that I had with it, and one of the bigger problems, my girl explained it, and again gave me the reason. I understood the reason. I just hated that reason. I just felt like that was musty. I was like, I was just like, nah, that's a musty ass reason. Like that's not enough. That's not enough for me. Two, I felt that Laurie's character in the new movie was atrocious. I don't know how. Like, I gotta go back and watch and see how she's written in the ones before this, but the way Laurie Strode is, or Strode, whatever her name, Laurie Strode is written in Halloween Ends is despicable, yo. Like, I cannot.
So before you even keep going, like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've seen so many reviews, and most of the reviews, for some reason, this movie is split like directly in half. People hate it, people like it. Most of the reviews of people that hate it are saying that Laurie and Michael don't get enough screen time.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Michael especially. That was one of my other big.
He's the whole reason for Halloween. How
Yeah,
is he
he's the
not like
reason
the
you're
main
here.
character?
Yeah, that was another one of my big Michael, and not only does he not get that much screen time, but the screen time he gets is musty. Like that's yet again
Oh,
part of my
come
thing where
on,
it's like,
man.
and then and again for anybody who watched the movie, there's the last scene. There's some strange body physics going on. And
What
it's
does that
that's all I'm
mean?
gonna get into. I ain't go, but if you know what I'm talking about, it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it was. I was watching it like, is this a Netflix movie, nigga? Like, come on, and yeah, actually
Wait,
not.
is this on Prime? No, it's probably on
It's
like
on
fucking
Peacock. Yeah, yeah,
Peacock.
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
have
on Peacock.
Peacock.
You can probably do like one of them fake trials or something, right? Start
I
a
was gonna
trial
say
out, watch this, and
I'll
then get up
find
out of
it, but
there.
I'm definitely not going to a theater to see this shit. So
Yeah,
I'll
no,
find
please
it
don't pay for
online.
this. Yeah, please don't pay for
No,
this.
ain't no way. No, I'll find it. But no,
Um,
keep going.
it's
Body trials
so
or
yeah,
body
so like
physics, right?
the physics, like the body, what do you call it? Like mutilation, or like the mutilation in this movie was it was laughable, yo.
Yeah, that's
It
disappointing.
was
I don't.
laughable. And so,
Oh,
and these are my problems. Like, and then even I remember someone showed screenshots of the original Halloween and then this one, and then they were like, "Damn, look at how much cinema has changed." And this one was just like, you mean look how much the lighting got worse?" Like,
oh,
and that was another thing that I really didn't even think of until someone said it. Where I'm just like, yeah, yeah, no. Now that I think about it, I could barely see shit quite a few times in this movie. Yeah, okay. And that's not just this movie. That's a lot of movies that they're making now, where it's just like I don't know. They're going for like realistic lighting, and I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I want to see the character I'm watching.
yeah. What the
Okay,
fuck?
so if you got to put a light on there that shouldn't be on there, but like you got to exaggerate it a little, nigga, do what you got to do. I want to see the character. Like, and
I
I
want to
they
see a nigga get gutted. I can't see the guts falling out
yeah, but
if it's pitch black.
well, she's supposed to be in a dark room in a basement, and I'm like, nigga, I need to
Oh,
see.
nigga, it's a movie. This ain't a
Yeah,
snuff film.
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I need to see, son. Like, so it's that again. The way she was written was bad. Michaels didn't get enough screen time, and then even
Wait. Who is she? She was
Lori,
Lori.
Lori,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Lori
okay.
was. And so think about it. This movie's about Lori and Michael. Neither of them get enough screen time. When she's on screen, I hate her
Yeah.
character and the way it's written. And then Michael's pussy when he's on screen, it's like, dog, what are we doing, yo? What are we
That's
doing?
that is very sad to hear. I am
And that
very
was my
sad to hear
issue,
about that.
right? Now there were other issues that I had in regards to certain plot points, but again, some of those related to the history, right? Some of those were
Right.
like, oh no, because this is the retcon and da 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 and this and that. And
I
then
don't
once I
even know if that's like a problem with you because I've heard back and forth on this movie. I've heard people that have seen every Halloween movie like me and they hated the movie. And I've seen everybody that has loved the Halloween movie like me
yeah,
and they love the movie.
yeah. So
So
yeah,
it's so divided. I don't know. People love the direction it goes with the random kid that I guess becomes Michael Myers. I
yeah, spoiler alert, but
I mean, I didn't
it-
spoil anything because we don't know what happens. But I just know there's a new guy. There's a new kid.
oh yeah,
Which
I mean, and I didn't even
I
get to the new
still
kid. Yeah.
that's part of the reason for like all of the reviews that I've seen. A lot of people say they hate the fact that there's a new person. Like it should focus on Lori and Lori's granddaughter
But
and Michael Myers.
I will take it a step further, right? And this is why, like, I understand those critiques, but I think, like you were saying, those are shallow critiques, in my opinion. Like, because you just didn't like what they did. Like, that's
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for me, if you take it a step further, it's not just the fact that they picked the new kid, this kid, and this. It's the way that was handled and how that was done. It felt
Okay,
boxed.
so the way that it's handled, so maybe Michael Myers shouldn't have even been in the movie, and it should have been focused on the new kid.
Or if he was in the movie, like, and mind you, I'm not mad at Michael's position in the movie, right? It's just like
Right?
if you were gonna do this, then I think y'all had to do a better job with the new kid, and then you didn't do a good job with either of them.
Mm,
So it's like,
okay,
okay, well, you fucked up
right,
Mike, you fucked up the new kid, you fucked up Lori, nigga. What are we
right.
here for? Like, and so for me, I'm
Yeah,
just
that
like,
sounds
what
like
am I
that.
here for? Like, if you fucked up all the characters that define this shit, and then you bring a new character or two in here, and then those characters are like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this whole thing with the transference of evil, and then I'm gonna just snuff that whole shit out to wrap this movie up because this is the end of a trilogy. It's just like, what are we really doing here? Like it's
Okay.
and that was really my issue with it. Like again, and this is me not knowing the lore. It was
The
just
lore, yeah.
those are just like, bro, I just don't like these characters seem silly as shit to me. Like, and it was just nutty. It was just nutty. And mind you, I think I'm trying to think what was the kill count. Michael might have killed like 2 niggas. No bullshit. I'm really trying to like rack my head. I know he killed one person at least.
No,
At least.
don't even tell me. Don't ruin it. I'll just go in blind. I don't tell me.
It's just nah, man. It's this nah, that ain't it. That ain't it.
So like based off of your review and reviews I've seen from other people that love Halloween and from people that hate Halloween, I'm kind of coming to a consensus, but I got to see it for myself.
I mean,
I
I
just
get
got to see a Halloween
yeah.
movie without Michael Myers.
Yeah, yeah.
That's basically what this is, right?
Yeah, for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
But that's my issue. It's not even a good Halloween movie without Michael Myers. Like, you could
Yeah.
make a good one without Michael Myers. I think you could. I really do.
Nigga,
This
they
ain't
already
it though.
made one, Halloween 3.
Well, yeah, there you go.
That was
But this wasn't it. This was not
okay.
it. This ain't even it, my G. I did
Yeah.
hear Barbarian was good though, or heard it was interesting.
I
I
heard it was
know
good too. I want to see that once it comes onto Prime
I
because
did see some people talk about some feminist elements and all that. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas act so
feminist
unusual.
elements.
No,
What?
I understood what they were saying once they explained it, but it's still just like you niggas, any social issue inserted into any movie, you niggas turn into like only the ones you disagree with though. But you niggas
Yeah.
turn into absolute dorks the instant someone insert like let something happen in the movie and someone experiences racism. Oh my gosh, is this a BLM movie, yo? Oh
Social
my god.
justice. Oh
Yo, we
God.
doing yo, I can't believe we doing a Black Lives Matter movie, yo. Like this
We're
is
doing another
crazy.
one of these. We just saw Black Panther, bro.
Like we just saw as if it didn't come out like 5 years ago.
Bro,
Like people
come
do
on,
this
bro.
all the time with movies. And again, this is one thing my girl was talking about. It was like people's critiques of movies sometimes are so surface level, which is fine. Like I'm not saying like you gotta be professionals, but then the problem is people look at themselves like as if they professionals and they looking at it like,
Yeah.
nah, like this is this because the and the cinematography and that, bro, you don't even gotta get that deep. I don't know too much about movies, about this and about that. I can always tell you why I didn't like something. I can always tell you
Yeah.
why. Now I might
Literally.
now that might not be a good enough because I've had that. I've literally given people reasons like,
No.
oh, I didn't like this.
Anything I say is good enough. That's
No,
just
but
me,
like
though.
what I'm saying is I've explained to my like I didn't like it for these 4 reasons. And then other 4 reasons they gave me context for like 2. And one of them I stayed the
Okay.
same, but like instead of a hell no, it's like, okay, just no. And then another one, I was on the fence and I moved to their position. So now I'm like, okay, well, if you take those out, it's a little bit of a better movie or a little bit of a better show. So I thought it was trash. Maybe it's just eh. Maybe it's just all right. Maybe it's just average. So I've had that happen plenty of times. But for me, some people don't know why they don't like movies. They follow the crowd or they just follow what other people say. Or people will say something and they say, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't like it for that either. And it's just like, nah, bro. Like I didn't see a single
Insane to
review.
me. I can't think about just
I
following
didn't.
the crowd. It just
Well, people do. You know they do. You
I
know they
know they
do.
do, but I don't get it. I just don't understand how you as a person just
It's easier
it,
that way.
it, it's easier that
Think
way.
about
As
it.
a
It's easier
person,
that way. That's nasty. But it is like, and to me, I hadn't seen an interview before I saw the movie. So I didn't know nothing really going into it. I just knew Halloween ends, end of a trilogy. Okay. I'm assuming they're going to wrap something up. I had no clue I didn't even know this was part of a trilogy. Mind you, I didn't even know that. I just knew it was called Halloween Ends and people said it was going to be the final something.
damn nigga, you just don't be watching shit, huh?
Dog, I don't watch trailers. I haven't watched the Black Panther trailer and I'm going to see
Bro,
that movie.
bro, what the fuck? Yo,
I'm going to go see that movie and I haven't watched the trailer. Like,
your girl is the better part of you. She is 100% keeping you in line. Cause you are, and you've been like this before your girl. I'm just happy somebody is finally keeping you in line because you are a fucking piece of shit and I hate you. The fact that you don't watch movies has always pissed me off.
Yeah, but bro, you know I don't watch it. It's the same thing with video games, bro. Don't show me no trailer for a game coming out in 2025. I'll spit on you. Don't do
That's
that.
That's crazy to think about.
Don't do that. I want to see the trailer the night before I play it. No bullshit.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want
true
to see
because
gameplay until I'm ready to play that motherfucker.
you didn't look up anything about fucking Dragon Ball The Breakers. You
I didn't
didn't
look
look
up
up
anything about
anything
Elden Ring
about that.
either. Nigga, I had no
And you
idea what
play that
Elden
shit.
Ring was until I played
You
it.
play that shit for months.
Yeah, bro. When I tell you I didn't watch. I heard all the hype. I heard all the niggas gassing and da da da. But I didn't see nothing. I didn't see a single thing before I played Elden Ring. I didn't know what to expect.
You even know if you're gonna like a game or not.
I just knew it was a Souls type game, and from the way that it was described, like it's gonna be an RPG open world. And I was like, I'm gonna fuck with this.
What did you? You didn't even play like Souls type games before that.
Look, all I heard was RPG open world. I'm gonna fuck with this.
It was me, wasn't it? You
I
saw
mean,
me
don't get me wrong.
playing Souls
It was
games,
you. It was a
and
whole
you
bunch
just
of other niggas. Yeah, I mean, you
yeah.
was gassing it, but then it was just like I was like, yo, I can't believe like it's universal. Like I'm not seeing nobody like sometimes niggas would hate on something. Like everybody's just like, oh, I can't wait, yo. Like I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, okay. And then shit dropped, and I played it for a little bit, got on, da da da. Yeah, you already see what happened. But I just like I be the dude. I don't be watching the trailers and all of that. Like I just pick that shit up when I pick it up. Like I dare will play games and not know what that like niggas was fucking around like, oh word, oh nah, that's my shit. It's da da da. I'm like, I guess so. I suppose so. I didn't
So
even
like,
know y'all was doing that.
wait, no, all right. So I got it. Wait, wait, we might be the same. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Outside of Elden Ring, I I can't think of the last game that I was excited for. Wait,
Yeah.
no. All right, no,
But
no, no.
but you
Wait,
like
no.
still
What's
watch the
coming out?
trailers and all that. Yeah, you're not the same as me though. Like you
Yeah, no. I still watch trailers. So even if I'm not excited, I'll watch the trailer. Like I just sent y'all fucking
the
Silent
trailer
Hill
for
trailers
Silent Hill.
yesterday.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought
Yeah,
this up because now we can transition into our little video game talk. All right,
yeah.
so
Did ya?
a video. So Silent Hill 2 remake. That ought to be interesting. That ought to
Did you play
be
the first one?
interesting. I played Silent Hill 1. Actually, I only played one of the Silent Hills. I know that. I don't know which one it
That's
was though.
crazy. Most people didn't play the first one, played the second one and all the other ones.
Yeah,
You
I gotta
played the
see.
first one? That-
Again, I know I only played one of them. So,
Oh, you
um,
don't even know which one it was.
yeah, I don't.
You
You gotta
played them.
understand, like, especially when it comes to video games, like, I'm pussy. Like, I'm pussy when it comes to horror games, nigga. Like, or horror movies too. Like, I don't even watch horror movies. So the horror
Yeah.
game, like, that's the worst of both worlds because I have to actively do everything. Like, I can't just watch a nigga deal with some shit.
I thought you just confronted your fears. I don't
Who
know.
told you that?
My my thoughts.
Shit, they
Yeah.
they was wrong.
Yeah, there was.
Let me see what
Facts.
Silent Hill 2 was hitting for. Silent Hill 2 is the one I played. I
Oh,
seen
okay.
Silent
So
Hill
you
1. Like I watched niggas play Silent Hill 1, but Silent Hill 2 is the one I played. That was the one with
all
all
right,
the
fuck
fog and
Silent Hill
shit, right?
1. They remaking Silent Hill 2.
That
So
was the one where you start with the fog, right? Like you start yeah,
I
no,
would
I
think
remember this too.
every Silent Hill starts with the fog, but
Nah, but you, you know.
the fog was yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he came to the town and that was the one with the runaways and shit like that.
Did you watch the trailer I sent for the new one?
I didn't. I'm probably watching it the day before I play it.
No, hold on. Watch it now because I'm gonna take a piss.
Alright, cool. All right, so let me watch the Silent Hill trailer right now. Oh, it's 3 minutes. I feel like he's not gonna be that long, but let's see what it is. Oh, look at these graphics already. Beautiful. Looks fantastic. That roach look crazy. Why that roach so detailed? All right, boom. I'll tell you what though, Parasite Eve's is another classic, man. Y'all niggas need to get up on Parasite Eve, man. That's that work. It's a role playing horror game. Ooh, Parasite Eve went crazy hard. Um, what else? There's a couple other ones like that type of bag. It was Squaresoft's first M-rated game, huh? Forgot about that. Yeah, Parasite Eve goes crazy though. Um, All right, yeah, I'm watching this trailer, so I mean, I don't. Excuse me if you hear me getting a little quiet, but this look at the graphics on this hoe. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's getting real shaky in here. He said, "I know what you are," like the homophobic dog meme. I was screaming. Ooh. Oh, he hiding. Oh, that nigga about to. Oh, he about to hang himself. He said, "I'm out of here." Oh. Oh, he whacking him. But yeah, see, well, he ain't back. I'll probably wait till he get back. But this be part of the reason why I don't like watching trailers, because I want to see all this shit. Oh, look at Pyramid Head. Man, look at that water. Man, okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That look cool. That look cool. They said Nintendo Switch. Oh, they better not put this on the Switch. Oh god. Okay, that looked alright. That was cool or whatever. What else? What other video games you got coming out? Well, I mean not.
Back. What
Uh,
game's coming out?
well, before we go there, see this be part of the reason why I don't like watching the video game trailers, because
Oh man. What
it's a
just happened?
teaser, bro. I don't want to see no teaser, yo. Like this is why I don't go to strip clubs. Like I'm not, bro. I'm not with all that shit, bro.
What? All right,
I
so
want to
what
see. I
happened?
want to see.
What?
I watched it. It looked great, beautiful. Honestly, no
What?
bullshit.
What are you talking about?
I want to see gameplay. I don't give a fuck about no scenery, nigga. I know the
Gameplay of
scenery. It's
what? What happened?
Silent Hill. Oh, sorry. You just didn't know what I was talking about. Silent Hill. Yeah.
Man, you've been talking for like a minute straight and just you haven't said what it was. Okay.
Yeah. I watched
Silent
the
Hill.
trailer. Trailer. I mean, the game looks phenomenal.
Absolutely sexual chocolate.
Stunning.
Stunning.
Astonishing. Riveting.
Yeah.
All of that shit. It
Right.
looks great. I want to see gameplay. That's always been my gripe. I don't like teaser trailers. I don't like cinematic trailers.
Listen.
I don't show me what the system and the engine look like. Don't give me that funny money cinematic shit, man.
Listen. Did you see Resident Evil
I know.
2?
Yeah.
That was good, right?
I mean, I even played the RE3 remake, and that was a minute ago, mind you. That was 2020, and that looked
You
good.
you barely played it. You
So
barely played it.
I put
But
like six I
you
put like
did
6
play it.
hours into that game. I stopped playing.
I don't even think you got that far into it,
I think I
honestly.
did. I think I did.
I was begging you to play it with me, but I don't think you really got that far
What you
into
mean?
it.
I ended up I did the boss battle on top of the
Nah, you know what we played?
whatever
We
that was.
played Resident Evil Resistance. That's what we was playing.
Nah, that shit was stupid. But I did play
Yeah,
3
that
for a
shit
little
was
while.
so
Yeah, I
fun.
played 3. Yeah, yeah. Resistance was man.
I wish the fucking the multiplayer game that they came out with was actually good. What was that shit called? Fucking
Reverse? It didn't even come
Raw
out.
Reverse. It hasn't come out, man. They have not. They haven't done it yet.
An
They
early
haven't.
access will be held. This was October 23rd. Oh, look at
Wait,
that.
there's new shit on REverse.
Yeah, Reverse. The early access period starts. Let me see. Monday ahead of the multiplayer mode's full release. Ooh.
What's the date? What's the date? What's the date?
Monday. They said what's that? 10. It's now due. The game's gonna release on. Oh my god! For fuck's sake. The game's gonna release on October 28th. So next week.
Why the fuck wasn't I notified about this? Considering I bought the original game that it was supposed to come with.
Me no no. But the early access begins on the 24th at. See, I hate. Yo, you
I
know
don't
how much
even
of a
believe
bastard
that.
you gotta be to post times in BST and then PDT? Yo, what type of nasty nigga are you, yo? How
I
dare
don't
you
even
not
believe
even?
you.
What is BST, bro?
Some faraway land, probably.
What does it say? 3 a.m. BST is 10 p.m. EST. British summertime, yo.
British summertime. Fuck the
I'm
British.
about to
Summertime.
break everything in my.
Nah.
Why would you ever show me anything in?
Hold on, now.
I'm good, yeah. No, we good, yeah. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's because I'm reading the Rock Paper Shotgun, which apparently is a British site.
Oh, Rock Paper Shotgun.
But listen, they're the ones that I saw that the news of the. But yeah, the early access starts on Monday at 10 p.m. So
how do we become a part of that? Because
wait, the REverse launch trailer dropped an hour ago.
What?
Dropped an hour ago.
Wait, what?
Hold on, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, put this in the chat. I'm gonna watch this shit.
Let me see what this shit is for. As long as they don't got screamers in this like they did in Evil Dead, I'm gonna be bodying this.
I don't give a fuck about streamers.
You know, like when Evil Dead had that bullshit where you could do the screamer.
Anybody talking? I can't hear them. I'm watching this shit right now.
Oh no, this looks insane. Nah, this looks crack, yo. You what?
A multiplayer Resident Evil was fucking insane.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
This looks nuts, yo. Oh yeah. Yeah. So anyway, REverse is out, man. Like,
hey, they got oh.
If my girl listening, just know you've seen the last of me for a little while. Included free, yeah. That looked pretty hard. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of drones.
I didn't see. What was the included free with? I didn't see it.
With every purchase of RE Village, you already have it. That's all they ever said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they got it. So I got
it. Looks great. I'm very interested. As you know, again, we played the dog shit out of Resistance, and this kind of gives me like that Evil Dead vibe. Like, so if that's what this is, yeah, count me the fuck in, buddy.
What pisses me off is just that Resident Evil has been out since like 2020, 21.
Yeah, like 2 years later. Like,
we were promised this game 2 years ago.
No. So hey, look, man, it's here though. Yeah. It's here.
Yeah, it's here, right? Yeah, it's here.
I heard you, but it's here now. So I think it's a little too late for us to do the NFL recap. Plus, I lost in fantasy, so I don't want to talk about that.
I lost too. But,
yeah, so like I wouldn't even want to bring.
Nah, dude, you know I want to talk about it because I lost, but I shouldn't have. I lost by like 3 points.
Hold on, let me see. Let me look back.
Go look at my shit.
Yeah, I got curb stomped last week. Ooh, you literally lost by like less than 3. That was like 2 and some change. Oh no, Tyler Lockett, did you filthy?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. It was literally just Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler he did his thing.
Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. Go ahead. You got to start over. I didn't hear you, but Tyler Higbee was the last thing I said.
I didn't hear anything she said. You just looked into my team, and then it was nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I heard a bunch of sounds and nothing. I mean, Craig's still in here, so I mean, we good, I suppose.
So what I said was, fucking Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler literally fucking stabbed me in the face with a golden sword. Austin Eckler killed me.
Golden sword.
But I mean, if it wasn't for Austin Eckler, so like, look at our teams, 133 to 136. If it wasn't for Austin Eckler, he dropped 30.
If it wasn't for Tyler Higbee, bro, Tyler Higbee baked you.
You know, I'm not thinking about my team. I'm thinking about the other team. But if I'm looking at my team, Tyler Higbee and fucking Tyler Lockett, them niggas, they smoldered me. They covered
that's
me
pretty much was Higbee
in
and Lock.
magma.
Higbee and
They
Lockett.
burned me alive.
Yeah, Higbee and Lockett just kind of did you dirty. Because
Yeah.
his team didn't really, like between Mark Andrews and Austin Eckler, you got I wouldn't say lucky, but you got the best of the rest of his team. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Austin Eckler and Mark Andrews wild out, but the rest of his niggas are just kind of there.
Yeah. If it wasn't for fucking Higbee and fucking Lockett, oh my god.
Meanwhile, I got spanked last week. I ran into a 30-point Josh Allen, a 34-point Michael Pittman, a 28-point Christian McCaffrey,
Ooh.
and a 13-point kicker. Even I mean, I just
Ooh.
16 from Daryl Henderson, 22 from Saquon. It was just tough.
Yeah, it's just this week has been very hard for.
And I had 24 points on my bench from Kenneth Walker, but I lost by like 36, so that would not have saved me. Tight end. I should have played Hunter Henry. I picked Hunter Henry up, and then I moved him like an idiot. And then Hunter Henry had fucking 19 last week, and the tight end I picked had 3. So if you combine that 16 points I missed there with the 16 and then 9 minus 24 is 15. 16, 15 is 31 points. I think I still would have lost. Yep. Yeah, I just did the math. I still, in fact, would have lost. I would have just been even more mad because I'd have lost by like 4. I would have scored 156 or 157 and lost.
I think I am absolutely the maddest that I have been in fantasy this far because I was 100% sure that I was gonna win. Watching the games, I thought I was gonna win. I, I did not think that. No, it's not that I didn't think Eckler was gonna go off. I just didn't think he was gonna do the exact amount of points to win.
Yeah, like you figured he'd go crazy like a 27,
Yeah,
28. You'd be all right.
yeah. I didn't think he would do the. I wanted like a fucking. This did no.
The wildest part is I even think to myself, like, it's wild how nutty Reef's team is going, and DeAndre Swift has been benched for like 4 weeks. Like that's hilarious to me. Like that was his like what his first round pick. Like like that shit is
His
hilarious to
team
me.
is that good.
I mean, he is running into niggas scoring 101 though. I mean, come on now.
He stole
I ain't
my
hating, but I'm
juju.
hating.
No, he stole my juju. Cause I've been putting juju on niggas since the first time we've been playing.
Bro, undo mine, bro, please.
It
I
was
started
crazy.
3-0 and I was watching niggas, and ever since I started talking shit, I have not won again.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't even have you in the juju.
No, you did. You cursed me, nigga. I could
I
tell.
mean, I cursed every nigga above me. You just happen to so be above me. So I mean, eh.
Y'all won, man. Last
So like,
topic.
wait,
Oh,
no.
go ahead. Go
So
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Reef is going against Kindle.
Uh-huh.
That should be a sure thing.
Should be.
And I'm going against fucking King of the Jews.
Yeah, don't say that nigga name online, man. Come on, yo. Don't even say his name up here.
That's his name.
It's the reason why that nigga at the bottom of the league, all right?
All right, so my whole thing is I'm scared. Okay? I'm scared. I just don't want to be the first loss against him.
Oh, no, you won't. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. But yeah, so I guess we're on the last topic of the day. We could do the games this week, but I'm good. I'm actually not about to do that. But this is actually a funny topic. There was a congressional candidate from the state of New York who is running a how do I say this? A sex positive campaign platform, right?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And so you saw
Yeah.
this. And so he posted a sex tape that he made with his wife, 13 minutes. Oh no, it wasn't with his wife. It was with a porn performer. Sorry, as a conversation piece. That's what I thought was hilarious. Like, and let me just read his quote before I get my jokes off. He said, "If I would just talk about it, it wouldn't demonstrate my commitment to the issue. That's facts. And the fact I actually did it was a huge learning experience, and it actually influenced items on my platform. Nigga got the note off. And okay, let me right. so, so,
Right.
so I'm not gonna hold you. I'm all for sex positivity and legalizing sex work, making sexual rights explicit, which is some of the other issues he supported. I'm with all of that. This is genuinely fucking hilarious to me though. Like, if we just gonna be real for a second, this is actually hilarious to me. Um, he insisted he's not an exhibitionist, which is like, all right, like let's not start off your career with a lie, buddy. But it was just, boy, he said I'm kind of a nerd who doesn't like to be the center of attention if I can avoid it. This nigga's insane, like, um,
Yeah,
so
it definitely sounds. What the fuck?
of course, for research purposes, I may have taken a gander at the video. Certainly didn't watch all 13 minutes and 21 seconds of Bucket List Bonanza, but I had a gander. I did take a look. It was more mid than you would expect, and also this video was also put up 4 months ago, so
Alright.
that's also something. Like this thing is just now coming out, but I guess now it's a thing. Niggas try to slander him like, well, yeah, that word. Well, he the nigga who put up his sex tape. And he's like, I sure did, pal. So yeah, man. I mean, great for him, I guess. Don't think this is gonna win you the your campaign, but it's definitely a conversation piece. I'll tell you that much. You sure did get people talking, and I think it's just hilarious. I'm just like, bro, you just wanted to get your shit off. Like, stop playing with me. Like you just wanted to put your sex tape out there, and I get it, man. I get it. I mean, look, if you did prove one thing, it's that you really about the sex shit. Like, for real. You a real fucker. Real deal fucker.
You real fuck.
this
Nah.
guy fucks. Like,
Jesus.
the funniest part though is that the Republican opponent against this guy said, and I quote, "You gotta do what you gotta do." That's the funny. Like, nigga wasn't even mad. He was just like,
What?
"Hey, man,
Mhm.
I get it. Well, what is there to get? I ain't finna get into that, but I get it."
At some point, yeah.
So yeah, that's all you gotta do, man. Honestly, run for Congress, put a sex tape out. It also reminded me of there was another person who we actually mentioned her previously on this pod, and it was a shame because she was getting cooked over the weekend. Um, so it was a white woman, and I believe New York or Philly, one of them shits. Okay, here she go. It was Philly. So remember, she had the shirts that was like elect hoes or elect more hoes or something like that. No, yeah,
No,
nah.
not anyway.
You don't remember this? We did talk about this on here because I mean, come on, elect more
No, no,
hoes. I'm with
no.
it. Yeah, I'm definitely with it. And so that was why we spoke about her. And then she recently said some things that got her in some hot water. So she mentioned that young men weren't having sex, right? Statistics showing that the decline in sex
Mhm.
in young men, right? And that was how the argument or her, thread started. And she had a long thread that, continued on for quite a few tweets. And then the rest of the thread ended up being sort of a info dump about sex positivity and bringing sex into the light and normalizing healthy positive sex. And again, this is something that me and my girl spoke about, and it was pretty interesting because there were some nuances here that I didn't quite catch. But the problem with this is like you can be right, but when you say certain things and they have certain connotations, it won't ever matter. And so when you say the right to sex, like the right to sex, like you know what I mean, like a right to sex, like people hear entitlement. They don't hear, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
they don't hear what they like. There's like certain terms or certain like perfect example is the word plantation. Like you can run a farm, but if you call it a plantation, there's a connotation that comes with that. And so whether it's a farm or not, my nigga, people are gonna hear that word, and then there's certain shit that just gets tuned out with it. And so to start this whole sex positivity issue with young boys aren't having sex, like it's like who are you appealing to with that first tweet? Like this is what you started with. Who are you appealing to with this? Uh, you know, it's a certain
Yeah.
group that thinks that they have a right to sex. Like, you get what I mean? So it's like you started off rough, and don't get me wrong, it is a nuanced issue, but it's also one of those things where, like, I think had she just made she made it was like 5 tweets. If you just say every other tweet you said without this young men aren't having sex and the right to sex part, you remove all of that, nigga, you make the same points. But it's just the moment you use that phrase, niggas are. I'm telling you, there is a connotation, and you can think that like. And my thing is like, she's mired in the sex work, so like I'm positive like you're aware of that. Like it's not like something you didn't know. So again, I think she's getting cooked for it, and I wouldn't say rightfully so, but I mean, hey, like I get it. I do get some of it. But it did spark an interesting conversation because it's like when people see rights, it's funny how that goes because like people are like right to sex. Of course, you have the right to sex. You could just fuck. Like anyone can just have sex, right? But think about it. If sex costs me socially, financially, and in ways that people decide it's not worth it to have sex, do we really have the right to fuck? Like, and that's kind of what she's getting at, right? Is like, think about it. And then the problem with that line of thinking though is that if you take that a step further, people say, well, if that's the case, that means I don't really have any rights. Hmm.
Mhm.
Like you're so close to getting it. You're right there. Like you're right there. Like because that's kind of the whole thing, right? Like you have all these rights, except we can enforce them and do this and do that and basically make it to where it's so hard for you to what's that word? It's so hard for you to actually exhibit your right that essentially for all intents and purposes you don't have it. Like you might have that right on paper, but then in actuality, in practice, you don't. And so that's kind of what she was getting at with the right to sex thing, where it's like, all right, cool, yeah, we got the right to sex. But first off, think about how much we criminalize sex and sweep it under the rug. Boom. All right. Then you think about how, we're having negative conversations about sex. We don't even know what consent is. We don't do sex education. That too, right? Then all the money that comes with, family planning and condoms and prevention, right? And then abortion and Roe versus Wade. So you really don't have a right to fuck in this country, bud. It might seem like you do, but when you start adding up all the hurdles put in your way, a lot of people will just decide it's not worth it to have sex. So that's kind of what she was getting at with the right, because think about it, like you have a right to freedom in this country, right? Life, liberty, and yeah, except there's a million ways I can take your liberty away, can I? So do you really have the right to liberty? You don't. So long story short, man, elect hoes for real, for real. Need that.
What?
We need more hoes in Congress for sure, for sure.
Nah, ain't no way.
Definitely way. And do she got OnlyFans? I don't think so. But anywho, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That is all I got. And any last words, man? Anything else you got to throw in there, or like, because I'm good. I'm good off it.
I mean, good for man.
No, I can tell. I could tell. I could tell. I got to that part.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that being said, ladies, gents, non-binary folks, appreciate y'all for stopping by, chilling with the gang for a little bit. Know what I mean? We're about to go hit up my man Juckle. Uh, And yeah, man, y'all be easy, man. Y'all have a great night, great weekend, great whatever. And make sure, yeah, I ain't had none. I'm out.